is a fight fan, and he's a fight fan's fighter.
The Ennis Express is a runaway train.
Ain't no pressure when you built for this.
Man down, round one. The true perks.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the undefeated super flyweight from San Antonio, Texas, Jesse Bam Rodriguez! The universally recognized undisputed lightweight champion of the world, Devin the Dream Haney!
Man, salute to the family. What's going on, everybody? We are at episode 9, man. Episode 9 of Rockin with Rightside, man. Never thought I would get this far with it, man. And man, I'm so blessed today, man. We got a fantastic guest on the show tonight. You feel me? We got my brother, Upper Echelon Sportsbar, aka Sosa, in the building, coming through. And man, it's gonna be a hell of an interview, man. It's gonna be a hell of an interview tonight. Man, when you come through, man, make sure you smash that like button. You feel me? Sub to the channel if you're not already subbed. And definitely, man, hit that bell for notifications so you get all the latest updates when I'm going live. Because, man, we're going to keep putting out great content, man. That's what we focused on. And we're going to throw a few wrinkles in, man. We're going to throw a few wrinkles into the content that we putting out, man. So y'all make sure y'all keep showing us love, man. And thank y'all. Thank everybody who come through. And, man, it is much appreciated, much appreciated. Right now, man, first things first, man, shout out to my brother Skills from New Orleans. He showed up earlier tonight, man. Smash that like button as well when he showed up, man. Salute to you, brother. Much love for you for coming through. And I got to tell you, my Cowboys, man, they got something for New Orleans. I'm just going to let you know. And my Bulldogs got something for LSU, too. If y'all can get there. Respect. If y'all can get there. But I know my team, we doing what we need to do, man. We doing what we need to do. Shout out to the Queen, man. Quee is in the building. Salute to you, Quee. Much love to you. Thank you for coming through. Always showing love. I'm pretty sure when I first started going live, I was live. I think you was the only person that was listening to me talk. And so, man, I really appreciate you, man. And thank you. Just thank you for coming through. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give Sosa a second. You know what I'm saying? My brother, he just hit me, so he on the way in. And we definitely, man, we're gonna have a good show. My brother DP Rocker is in the building. Salute to you, DP, man. Much love to you, brother. Thank you for stopping through tonight, man. Real quick, before Sosa gets in the building, I wanted to recap a couple things. Is that the music might sound kind of loud in my headphones. Let me turn the music down a little bit, man. That's that masterpiece, man. You know, we about it tonight, man. So, but man, hell of a week of fights, man. We had a hell of a week. Damn, I was going to recap, but I got my boy Sosa in the building, man. Upper Echelon in the building.
What's good? What's up, bro?
Can you hear me, brother?
I can hear you perfectly clear, bro.
All right. Is the music too loud?
Nah, it's right. It's right.
Right where we want to be, then. That's right where we want to be, man. And, man, I ain't going to hold you. I'm ready to get started, man. You ready to get started?
Yeah, I'm twisting the Swift up real quick. Go ahead.
Oh no! Go on and get right. You know what I'm saying? I understand.
Oh no, I'm about done. I mean, you know, I can talk and do this. You know.
Okay, easy work, huh? And
all day.
Also, real quick, family, when y'all come through, man, make sure y'all throw something in the comment section, man. Let us know you in the building. You feel me? And definitely want to shout you out and show you love, man. Because everybody over here, if you sub to the channel at all, man, you family. You feel me? So, but
shout out to my boy DP Rocker, though.
And that's DP in the building, man. Always coming through showing love, man.
Yeah, that's my nigga right there. I fucks with DP. Shout out Quee.
Facts. And then we had my brother Skills from New Orleans. He came through early as well. You feel me? So definitely, man.
No, I don't know him yet, but salute Skills. You know.
Hey, I think I got to get him on the show as well, man. And that's one thing about the show. If you stay tapped in, then you get exposed. Go ahead.
Yeah, I ain't been putting no videos out lately because they shadow banned the nigga.
No, they ain't got you on the hook like that.
Man, they done shot a baby. This the second time.
Yeah. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that because I don't know. I don't even know how to know if I don't know what it look like. Man.
You go from a couple thousand views to like damn 30 and 40.
That fast.
And then you'll go to another page and like type up your stuff, and your stuff don't pop up. Like people that gotta be subscribed to, they gotta go straight to you. The only way they can find you. Like you don't pop up in the algorithm or nothing.
Like quick shout out to my brother. Oh, go ahead. Like
new people can't find you.
Okay. The new people ain't finding me yet, but I'm sure we'll get there one day. So, real quick shout out to my brother, Mr. Lightning's World in the building coming through. As always, much love to you, Mr. Lightning's World. Appreciate you, brother, and got a lot of love for you. You done been here, and I appreciate you always coming through when we live over here, man. So, thank you. And so, man, Upper man, I ain't gonna hold you, man. We gonna jump right into this thing because, man, we done talked before, and you got a hell of a story. You got a hell of a story, and I'm trying to hear about it all the way right now, bro. So,
which part you trying to hear, bro?
Man, we gonna start from the beginning, as I do with all my guests, man. We gonna start from the beginning, and man. So, first question is, man, where you're from, and what did life look like as a kid for you? You know what I'm saying? Did you grow up with, how many siblings do you have? Did you grow up with both parents in the household, raised by a single mother, raised by a single father? You know, just give me the breakdown of how did life look for you as a youngin'?
All right, well, my dad, he's from Port-au-Prince, Haiti, right? So he came in. My mom, she from Winchester, Kentucky. They from, like, my mom's side of the family, they from Winchester, Kentucky. Up there, they call it Bucktown. You know, it ain't really, you know, people say it's racist up in Kentucky, but there's a lot of interracial marriages up there in Bucktown. Like, most of my family on that side is mixed. But my grandfather and my grandmother, they moved down to Winston-Salem because my grandfather got a job at a company that started working called RJ Reynolds. And he got like a job for $12 an hour. And back in like 1950 something, that was good money. Making $12 an hour as tobacco players. And so my dad was up here because his dad and them was on the run. My grandfather, he was they called him Bearcat. My great grandfather, or my grandfather, my dad's father, he was a criminal of war. Like they said, he came over here, and you know, he came over here for services. And he had to pay for services rendered. You feel me? So they from West Palm County, Florida. But they had to move because, you know, immigration was after him. So they moved up here to Winston as well, and they moved around the corner from my mom and them. And my dad and my mom met, but my mom was interested in my dad's younger brother, my uncle Lil James. So my dad's name is Evans McLean, but my uncle name is Lil James. Well, he had an older brother named JT, my Aunt Vicky, then my dad, then my uncle Lil James, my uncle Haywood. But my dad seen my mom and told Lil James he beat. And he took my mom from me, you know, and that was that right there. My dad was like a gangster in the hood. So, you know, a lot of people were scared of him over there. We from a hood called OGB, Old Greensboro Road, but they call it OGB in City View. Anybody from Winston-Salem, North Carolina know what that is. So, you know, me growing up.
Now, real quick, can I ask, did you say that your father came over from Haiti as, did you say a war criminal? My
grandfather. Know, he had, they labeled him like a war criminal or some shit. Like, he was in the import-export business. And he had committed some atrocities, they said. You feel me?
Supposedly,
you know. And right. the government tried to label him, you know, like, you know how they label like shower posse and stuff like that. They try to label him, you know, you got the Zoes, you got the shower posse and all them back in the day.
Right.
They try to label my grandfather and stuff like that, and they tried to extradite him back after they give him his time. But they did eventually catch my grandfather in '84. They gave him 20 years fed, and he only served 10. Then they extradited him back, but he ended up coming back over here. My grandfather was later killed in '98.
Damn, sorry for that, man.
Yeah, his one of his mistresses killed him. He was messing with a like I got an uncle that's younger than me right now. He had another kid in '98. You feel me? I'm born in '82. But he was still messing around, and one of his mistresses killed him. Like he couldn't let it go. He couldn't let the gang go. And my dad was just like that. My dad just loved women, so he couldn't be with just one. So my mom, she wasn't going for it. So after I was born, my mom left that right there. And mostly, but they stayed on 2 different streets. So my dad, he did his thing, ran the hood and everything, and he liked the fast money and everything. So and he had supposedly people down where he can a pipeline where he can get what he needed. So he considered himself a can-do type of person. And on the other side, I got my grandma, my mom's side of the family. They was righteous people. You feel me? So they didn't really like me much dealing with my dad's side of the family. But as growing up, my mom had another child, my little brother. He was also by my dad. Then, she ended up getting married to my stepdad. And at first I rebelled against him, but now that we're older, I seem like he did a great job. And, I'm glad he did what he did for my family, even though I was put out the house when I was 14. You feel me?
Okay,
because me and him got into it. And he ended up putting his hands on me. And I called my dad, and my dad came over there, and it was a situation. And my mom just said she don't need that type of drama around there. And my dad pulled his card, and there was some situation, shots rang out, and I just couldn't go back over there no more because my dad was stupid. But my dad used to smoke, drink. That's all he'd do. He'd go through a case of drink, a couple bottles, and weed. He'd go through that every day. I mean, that was just him. And he just had a messed up temper. Like all my life, he used to hit on me. Like people know, like he used to, if you don't do something right, he'll hit on you. You talk too much, he'll hit you. Like he say, if I have a son, part of my language, he said, I ain't gonna have no bitch ass son. Say either my son gonna either be a bitch or he gonna be an animal, one or the other. And me, I just didn't like being hit on. You feel me? So I started getting a little rage. And, I used to take my shit out on niggas in the neighborhood and everything. And see, my uncle and my mom's brother, he seen that. So he decided, like, look, we're going to take you down here to Cameron Gym, so you can put this to a good use. And that's when I went down there, and that was Fred Whitaker. He used to run the gym.
Okay, hold on. Let me stop you real quick. And we're going to get there because that's where we going with all of this. So real quick, man, shout out to L-Dub Boxing in the building, man. My brother A1 Hoops on in the building. A1, we on tomorrow, 9:30 Eastern time. 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. That's when we'll be on, my brother. Shout out to my brother R West, always coming through showing love, man. Much love. Y'all at the right place at the right time because we got a hell of a story going on right now. And so before you get into your boxing or your first time in the gym, what's your earliest memory of the sport of boxing, and who introduced you to it?
Well, my dad used to love watching boxing. You feel me? Like my dad used to love watching boxing. My grandfather, he was in the military. He went off to the military and he came back. That's when he moved my grandma and them down to North Carolina from Kentucky. And he sparred a few rounds and did a little something in the military. You feel me? So he used to always keep himself in shape with a heavy bag, and I used to watch him hit the heavy bag and everything. And he used to always tell me my form was wrong when I used to hit. So I picked up a little bit, but I went to the gym when I was like 8 and a half though. That's when I first went to the gym because I kept fighting all the kids in the neighborhood and everything. And we had our little game. We used to go to other little neighborhoods. We was bad little kids, though. You feel me? But see, back then, we ain't had guns like that. We had fists and sticks. You feel me?
You fought.
Yeah, we fought. This the 80s. We fought. You feel me? So, but one thing, my mom, my family on that side, they used to preach education, so I used to always get good grades. But like they said, the people said school used to bore me because I was so smart. So, used to have me tested for these HAG classes. I used to be in special classes and all that because, math was my subject. Like, I was a savant in math. Like, I used to just do big numbers in my head. I can't even tell you how I get the answer. I just could see it and just picture the answer. So, they had me doing that. And then as I started getting older, I started going down there with Fred more. Because at first I used to go down there and watch. And I think it was around 90. I was like 8 years old when Oliver McCall was down there. Oliver McCall was getting ready to make his push for the championship, And I used to watch him. I used to be like, dang, he knocking all these dudes out. Like, he used to go through sparring partners. They used to have about like 10, 20 sparring partners down there while he was fighting. And, I just said, I'm going to be champ one day too. That's what I thought to myself. But, I was playing Pop Warner football, play AAU basketball. I used to play baseball. I just like the sports growing up. You feel me? Just to keep everything athletic and, start liking women. And like I said, I had that incident when I was 14 when my stepfather got kicked out the house. But, I started making a couple dollars and everything, you feel me? So, I started feeling like I could say what I wanted to say. I was a man because, as I was younger, I used to see how my dad made his money. You feel what I'm saying? And my dad used to always have the nice cars, used to have the baddest females, and he just really didn't care. And, my dad ain't have to, like, my dad used to own a construction business, but it's gone now, as he done got older. But, I used to see how he used to just have fun all the time. While I see on my mom and them side of the family, my granddad and all them used to work hard. They used to be tired, but we still had a good living. You know what I'm saying? But they worked hard for it. And I look to see my dad. He worked half as hard, but had twice as much. You know what I'm saying? And see, like I said, I was a smart kid. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So
I
when
thought
you
I
see
was
those,
smart.
so when you see those things, it pushes you toward a certain route. I feel you. I feel you. We're gonna get and before we get that far, when you talk about Oliver McCall being in the gym, growing up, who was your favorite fighter as a kid?
I ain't gonna lie. My favorite fighter was Roy Jones Jr. I'm not even gonna lie. But he just was before Roy, it was Sugar Ray. I used to love Sugar Ray because he was just so, he was just bigger than life. But when Roy came on the scene,
Sugar Ray Robinson or Sugar Ray Leonard?
Sugar Ray Leonard.
Okay, Leonard.
Sugar Ray Leonard. I've seen stuff of Sugar Ray Robinson, but I was born in '82. You feel me? Okay. Like, that was getting at the end of his career. You feel me? But Sugar Ray Robinson, I seen some of his stuff. But I could see Sugar Ray. You feel me? I could see him on the TV when we see it. Mm-hmm. And then when Roy Jones came out after the '88 Olympics, I can see him. Like, I remember his first fight come out there. That man threw like he threw that combination with like 20 punches. I was like, yeah, that's me right there. How people used to be like, that's my car or that's who I am. So, when I used to play with my brothers and stuff, niggas in the hood, we used to put on socks on our hands and everything. We used to go out there and box. And I used to say, yeah, I'm Roy Jones Jr. They're like, who is that? Like, I got my homeboy, he talking about, well, I'm Mike Tyson. And I said, well, I'm Roy Jones Jr. He's like, well, you about to get knocked out. And we used to go out there and play, have fun and everything. And I used to see how Roy used to be, and I used to be like, yeah. So then that really pushed me. So like when I was 10, I had my first amateur fight in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And I think it was 2 rounds. I stopped the boy to the body. And see, when I won my first fight, and just to see how my dad was finally proud of me, bro. Like, he ain't never been, he ain't really took interest in nothing I did. But, he started taking interest in that right there. So, we started training more and everything. But, I started playing football more. And, I would fight here and there, but it wasn't like that. Like, I only had 14 amateur fights. You feel me? But see, I started getting more
than me. Go ahead.
Nah, it's cool. Because see, I was more excelled in football. Because, there was all the people talking about, yeah, we're going to put you on a football field, football field. Because in Pop Warner, everybody played quarterback. So when we used to run it, we used to have a 3-quarterback team. We was the Pofftown Packers. Like, we went undefeated from 88 to 94 in our city. But we used to always go to Florida or go to Texas and get stomped out. Like we won in 94. We won everything. But usually in the September Bowl we get knocked out because we used to go against them down there and they like high schoolers down there, like they were bad. But you know, all fast had him.
Y'all didn't get stumped out by Georgia? Georgia didn't stump y'all out either?
No, Georgia really didn't do too much to us. You know, the teams that usually beat us was the Texas teams and the Florida teams. Like Florida teams and the Texas teams. Like we run through the Georgia teams though. Like we run through the Georgia teams. I know we went through a team called Stone Mountain down there in Georgia. We beat them like 42-0. Like they had the
Go ahead.
Like we played I probably played like 4 Georgia teams, and each time we sticked them. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, they stopped giving us the ball. We had it ran it up so bad. You feel me? Like you know, I played on the people that played with me. You know, AJ Nichols. They used to play for Cincinnati Bengals. He played with me growing up. You know, we had AJ Nichols. Had Crowell was on my team. You know, Crowell that went to the Lions and everything. You know, we had a bad squad. We had Art Brown, you know, he was a good running back. Like most people that played, we went to pros. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Like we had 4 people on our roster that went pro, and we all went to Mount Tabor High School. Like we had Antoine Hughes and Walt House, and both of them ran a 4.2. And see, I played free safety in high school. I ran a 4.38. You feel what I'm saying? At the free safety spot.
4.38.
Yeah, I ran a 4.38. I also ran track. I ran a 10.2 in track. There's no cap. You can look up all my stats. Like, I was an athlete. But like that's why, you know, when the police used to come through the hood, boy, they could never catch me. One of the police, like, this is a funny story, right? We was out there on the block, right there off of the corner of Chandler and Buick, and they pulled up about like 8 deep, hopped out. We was up in the corner. We all had rocks and everything selling, and they just broke out coming at us. Look, I heard a story, like the woman was like, man, he said, boy, that boy shot out of here like he had a rocket up his ass. Because I took off, boy. Look, boy thought he was going to catch me, but I took him down on feet. You hear me? Like, yeah, we used to just, you know, that used to be our thing. That's why everybody in the hood fast right there, because you got the boys chasing after you. You feel me? Yeah. See, that's why you see a lot of hood people, they be fast, because we be conditioned for running from them boys. You know, so you know you got to get your speed up. But yeah, as I got older though, but yeah, I done went off on a tangent. But yeah, as I got older,
keep going. We love these tangents. That's what we want. Is the tangent. That's the interesting stuff. You feel me? It's all interesting. It's all interesting. But
yeah.
You know, it get really good when you go back and you reliving those memories, right? That's what we want.
Yeah,
and
you
real
gotta
quick,
think of that. But
shout out to my brother D-Ray Promotions. I don't know if you noticed, but me and you earlier this year, we was all 3 of us was on the show together, and you started going into one of these stories that I hope we get to in a few minutes. And D-Ray was like, "Ho, no, wait for the show. Don't talk about it now. Wait for the show." And so, you know what I'm saying? This is why. Hey, you got all the time to talk about it that you want to. But now, keep cooking, bro. Keep cooking. And where we at now, let me go ahead and put the question out there for you. So, like you said, you know, with everything that was going on. The different activities as far as sports and extracurricular outside of the school system, you know what I'm saying? Activities you had going on. Man, what did I know you said you hit the gym at about 14. What did what is that? Your adolescence, as they would call it, those teen years, that 14 to 19, 20-year-old time frame, what did that look like for you?
All right. So I really got back in the gym like when I was 14, about to turn 15, because I had just, so I was 14. Well, this was the beginning. This was the beginning of 96, right? And you know, this was my first year of high school. And we had this lake called Winston Lake Park. And, you know, I was walking home and everything. And I had like an ounce of weed in my pocket and everything. And see, back then, an ounce of weed used to go, like in 96, an ounce of weed to go for $40, like $35, $40. You know, we used to sell quarters of that weed for down $15. You feel what I'm saying? You know, you remember back then on the triple beam back then, you know, you got the triple beam bag and everything. So I'm walking up the hill. I'm about like a half a mile from my house. And I see these older guys, they sitting in the park, and they got like a couple of girls with them and everything. You feel me? So they was like, yo, Blood, come here, bro. So I'm like, what's up, bro? He was like, you got some weed? I was like, yeah, what you need? Because, you know, I had just, matter of fact, my dad just bought me a gold chain and everything, too, a herringbone for my 14th birthday.
Not a herringbone.
Yeah, he got me a herringbone for my 14th birthday. And he bought me that because my grandma who just died last year, boy, that was my world. Like, she just died last year in November from that COVID shot. And she just died from that. She got that thing, then her body went septic and everything. Like, I mean, that right there, that put me in a dark place.
She died from COVID
right
or
there.
the shot?
The shot, bro.
Damn,
Like, that put me in a dark place right there. I was messed up mentally for like 3 months, but I'm good now. But, you know, but yeah, my grandma, God rest her soul, right? She had bought me a gold, a 14K rope with a cross on it. She bought it for all her grandkids. Whenever they turned 14, she would buy us that right there. So my dad had seen it, and he went out and bought me a gold herringbone. So I wore that up under my herringbone and everything. You feel me?
So you was flossing at 14.
Yeah, you know, I was making a little bit of paper. You know, my dad would well, you know, I would get my my weed and everything. You know, I would do my little thing. You feel me? You know, I was moving a couple O's a damn day. You feel me? I thought I was doing my little thing. I used to get it for 25. I make about 50, 60 off of it. You know, shoe money. But you know, when 14 is good, you know, you go into school. I used to have all the 1s and 5s on the top, make it look big. You know, that's what them girls used to like. You feel me?
Yeah.
So we come. I'm going to the hill. So I had like 2 ounces in the bag, but I took out a sandwich bag and I had a triple beam and everything. So I waited to do out a quarter and everything. And I handed him a quarter and told him 15. And he handed me the quarter back and snatched my other bag out the thing. And one of the dudes stole off on me. Boom. And you know, like, they done ran my pockets. Like 3 of them. They ran my pockets. They had little females and shit right there too. Ran my pockets. They done broke my damn necklace and took my necklace off and everything, right? My herringbone. They ain't get my cross, but they got my herringbone. So you know me, I twist up, roll over, and ran up the hill. Like, I ran home. And they laughing and all that shit right there. So I took off to the house, bro. You know, I guess they was laughing, talking about this old bitch nigga and shit. Like, they were happy, I guess. Because, you know, I had about like $150 on me. They got me for like 1.5 ounces. I told you I had about 2 ounces on me. And they gave me like that quarter back. So, like 1 ounce and 3/4, you know. So, you know, and they took my money and they got my herringbone. Like, I felt the class break when he snatched it off my neck. You feel me? Because, you know, it hung down farther. See, that damn necklace my grandma got me, it wasn't as long. It was like 14-inch rope. But my dad had got me like a 20-inch. So, you know, that thing hung a little bit. So I ran home and everything, and I see my dad at the top of the corner and everything. He talking about, what the fuck happened? And he seen my damn eye and everything in my mouth. And I was like, they jumped me, took my shit and everything like that. Well, he was like, well, nigga, you got my money? Because, you know, I had to re-back up with my dad. And I was like, nah, they did. He was like, well, nigga, you better go ahead and go get my money. And he slid me at 38. You feel me? So I already knew what it was, because he was like, he said, I don't care. Like, my dad let me know. He was like, look, he told me, like, my son, I don't want you in this shit, because anything you want, I'll give to you. Just get your schoolwork done and everything. But I was like, well, look, I'm a man. I don't want you giving me stuff. And he was like, that's my boy. He said, I'm going to tell you like this, dude. I'll give you whatever you need. But my son or not, don't play with my money. And I always understood that, because I seen my dad did his own brother. So I knew my dad ain't nobody to trifle with over his money. Son or not, you know, his brother, you know, shit. He grew up with that nigga, you feel me? So
Damn.
I took the 38. I ran back down the street, and they sit up there smoking good, sitting on the damn park bench and everything, like sitting there like shit was sweet and everything. Like, they ain't even go no damn where, you feel me? Like they just got a lick and everything. The girls, they sitting there happy, laughing and shit. Like, it's like 2-3 blunts in the air. Like, motherfuckers smoking my shit. Like big, damn, like this nigga salsa type shit. You feel me? And I don't think they knew who I was, because, you know, they from the bottom. They down there in Lakeside. And see, we had that long street from down, it's called Waterworks Road. And see, at the top is Old Greensboro Road. At the bottom is Lakeside. And we really didn't deal with the Lakeside niggas, but I don't know them. I didn't know them niggas, right? I just know one of their names was Jesse Williams, and the other dude was Scott Truesdale. I don't know the third one name because he wasn't in my paperwork. But when I came back down there, motherfucker was like, "What's up? Boy, you want some more?" That's when I upped to 38, and the dude tried to holler, and I hit one of them in the stomach. The other dude tried to run, I hit him in the back. The other nigga took off. He took off the shit, threw the shit down there, everything. And the girls and then shit started screaming and everything. So I told all them to throw all my shit back down. So I scooped up all my money, got my weed, even the shit they were smoking, took my blunts that they were smoking, took the money they had in their little pocket. They ain't have but like $10 extra. And the Truesdale dude, that was the motherfucker that stole me. So I shot him in his hand as well and kicked him in his face and everything, right? And so, I got my get back and ran back up the street. Because, over where we at, it takes a while for the police to get there. So, make a long story short, these niggas got me first. But then the police came to my grandma's house later on that night looking for me. So I got...
Hold on, real quick. You was breaking up right there. You said the police came and what happened?
The police came to my grandma's house later on that night. So somebody told on me. Like, I think one of the girls that was there, I remember one of the girls, her name was Renee. I think she the one that told them who I was and everything, but I got told on. And so they came up to my grandma's house and they arrested me from my grandma's house and everything, but I didn't have the gun no more, but I did give my dad his money for his shit. I went ahead and paid him off the top instead of playing with it. And my dad told me to get...
How old were you at this time?
I was 14.
14. So, and I just want to make sure I get it right. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I got arrested, convicted. They sent me to Impact East. Impact East, that's like the Morgan High Rise training school.
Can I ask you what you got convicted of, if you don't mind? Respect.
All right, they first had me 2 counts of assault with a deadly weapon inflicting serious injury. But I had a lawyer named Donald Truesdale. You can look him up. He used to be Donald Tinsdale. He used to be the district attorney, but then he's saying it was more money in freeing people. So, he became a defense. He's always been my lawyer all my years. Donald Tinsdale, he's always been my lawyer. For my federal case, for my state cases, it's always been Donald Tinsdale. And, he got them to drop it down. He got to drop it down to malicious assault, which was, he got to drop down to like a Class H felony. But if I go to training school, it'll turn into a misdemeanor. Like, he got both of them dropped because of the situation. He got it dropped, and I only had to do 4 months in the training school because I was underage anyway. You feel me? And plus, they didn't have life-sustaining injuries. Plus, they were black, so it really didn't matter. They were black kids. No, I'm serious though. You don't get time for hurting black people.
No, I understand where you're coming from. I understand exactly where you're coming from.
Especially like in the 90s, you didn't get time for hurting black people. Like, they give you 10 years back in the 90s and you get cut to 5 years straight off that because 65% law, remember?
Yeah.
So, I went to training school. And while I was in training school, I had to finish, it put me behind in school a little bit. And the next year I wasn't able to play football because I had that right there. And when I came home, I was on probation for a year.
Hold on, so you went to training school for 4 months, right?
Yeah, 4 months.
Okay, and then you came back. Okay, go ahead. I got you.
From March of '96, and then I got out late August of '96. So it might have been more than 4 months, but I got out in late August because I got in trouble, so it pushed my time back a little bit too. Because at training school, bro, all them little young niggas up there, we used to get into it with the Charlotte niggas because we was from Winston. Like, it was just fighting. Training school, I don't know how they send people there to rehabilitate. Because all that is action up there. You got action. You got people clicked up from cities, and everybody want to be an alpha. Everybody want to be the top dog, so it was action. So, we was fighting all the time, getting pepper sprayed, fighting, getting put on our bunks and shit. But
break it real quick. So, for anybody who don't know what a training school is, right? Can you break it down? What was training school like? Can you break down the living situation there? And you just broke down kind of how it was clicked up individuals there, but just the living situation. How many people What did that look like?
Okay, training school, you ride on the bus. When you get on the bus, you got this building. So you got the gate. It's got the barbed wire fence right there. They open up the barbed wire fence. The bus goes through it. It's another barbed wire fence that's in front of it. They wait till that back barbed wire fence closed, then they open up the next one. That's to make sure nobody can get in or out. And then they drive you through. Then they drive you through a terminal where the bus comes through. That's when they pull you off the bus. They got officers with prison guards. It's youth prison. They got youth guards right there. They get you out. They strip you down, make you get butt naked. Squat, cough. Then they wait. They measure your size out. Then they give you underwear and t-shirts. And they give you like pants and a shirt, which is a uniform. They give you these like khakis, like different color khakis. And they give you a bedroll. And that comes with a sheet. And it comes with a pillowcase, and a blanket. And then you use your bedroll that you're carrying it, that goes over your mattress. So you put the bedroll over top of your mattress, then you make your bed like that.
So how is it, real quick, how is it any different from prison?
It's youth prison.
I ain't gonna say prison. Okay,
it's
so
prison.
It's the exact same.
Training school. Yeah,
it's the exact same thing. It's
youth prison.
You just got kids there. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what I said. Okay. Youth prison.
Got you.
So so we go through there.
And real quick, I just want to ask, in there, is it just like you said, like you already brought up the cliques, but is there a yard there?
Yeah, they got.
Are y'all being taught, or are they giving actual lessons as far as school goes? Like, what's taking place in there? Are they really? Is it exactly like that, like a prison, or are they at least trying to teach in school? You feel me? Go ahead.
All right. So when you go through, you got your dorms, and in your dorms, you got 20 bunk beds upstairs. You got 20 bunk beds downstairs. So it's 40 to a pod. It's 80 to a pod, right? It's 4 pods in each dorm. So you got A dorm, and then you got D1, D2, D3, and D4. And each D1 has A, B, C, and D pod. So that's 306. That's 320 people in that, and 320 in the next one. 320 and so all the D houses like D1, D2, D3, D4 has an A pod, B pod, C pod, and a D pod, right? Where the officer can see in the pod. And each of them got 40 bunk beds, 20 upstairs, 20 downstairs in that pod. So you're in an open pod. And in the open pod, you got the bathrooms. You got upstairs, you got 4 toilets. Then you got the shower. And at the bottom, you got 4 toilets in the shower, right? So
real quick. So for 320 people. Oh no. For 40 people.
It's 80.
For 40
it's 80
people.
in a pod.
No, I was gonna say, so for 40 people, you got 6 bathrooms and 2 showers. For 40 people.
That's
right?
for 80 people. 80 people.
80 people. Okay, so it's 40 on top and bottom. So for 80 people, you got 2 bathrooms, 6 bathrooms and 2 showers, correct?
Yep.
Okay, keep going, brother. Keep going. My
No,
apologies.
you got 8. It's 8 bathrooms, 8 toilets, and it's a shower upstairs and a shower downstairs. But the showers have 6 nozzles in it.
Okay.
Each shower it's got 3 on left, 3 on the right. So 6 people can get in the shower at a time.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 people can get in the shower at a time. So
And now I want to move past this because we want to talk about some other things. But go ahead and finish up how it was there. Go ahead and finish up, bro.
Yeah, so depending on what city you're from, people want to click up with their city and they want to start stuff, and they might put you in a pod. They got more people from Charlotte or Durham or Raleigh, so you got to hold your own in there because they try to punk you and everything. You let them punk you, then you're gonna keep fighting. But usually you'll be in there, they'll see where you're from and put you in there with people that's from around you. But then usually when we go to class, because each person goes to they have people set time where you got to go to the schoolyard. So, we go to the schoolyard for an hour and a half. That's when they give you all your works so you can prepare to get a GED and everything. You feel me? See, they ain't trying to get your diploma. They're trying to get people to get their GEDs. So, we go to school for an hour and a half, and it rotates. It rotates. So then, you go to chow hall at 5:30 in the morning, 12 o'clock, and at 5:30 in the afternoon. Those are the times where child hall gets called. And they call each dorm after the next dorm finish. So they'll call D1 first. When D1's getting ready to leave, they'll call D2. And then that's how they do that. So, I did my 4 months there. I came home. As I came home, that's when I was like, because all the fighting that I did in there, I was like, man, I want to start my boxing. So that's when I started going back and seeing Fred Whitaker, started getting into it heavy, And so that's when I was fighting. And my weight was...
And at this current moment in time, and real quick, shout out to my brother Martin Nash. Much love to you, Martin Nash. You know what it is, bro. So at this time now, you're 15, correct?
No, I'm still 14.
You're still 14. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, my birthday is in February. See, I had just turned 14 when all that bullshit happened.
Okay,
so my birthday is February. Yeah, this is right here. This is around September now of 96. So
Okay.
Yeah, remember I told you I only did 4 months.
No, I'm with you.
I had to re-enroll back into school and everything. And so they told me I was ineligible to play football that season.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't play football that season. And they told me since I didn't have the grades, I wasn't going to be able to play high school basketball either.
And this your freshman year?
Yeah, this is my freshman year.
Damn.
So I wasn't able to play football or basketball. So, I fell back on the boxing. So, I went hard in the boxing and everything. And we had a couple of youth tournaments that really wasn't counted that I damn did good in. A couple city things that, we really didn't even put on the records. You feel what I'm saying? Like I won a couple of those little things, like a couple of sponsored things. You feel me?
Yeah.
That wasn't really sponsored by like the nation. It wasn't nationally sponsored. You feel me?
It wasn't on the large scale. It was more local stuff that you were.
Yeah, you couldn't get national credit for it. You couldn't really get amateur credit for it. You feel me?
Gotcha.
But a little thing where they had like little dudes put on some things where they had a little prize money and everything.
But, and let me ask you real quick, if you don't mind, tell what style of fighter were you? What like at that stage in your life, in your opinion, what were you? A knockout artist? What weight class were you at? Man, just break that whole boxing situation down.
Well, honestly, like I used to hit like a Mack truck. That's what Fred Whitaker said. No cap. But I can hit with either my right or my left hand, and that's because I was originally left-handed. But some people said that. Yeah, but where I was raised, they was like left hand was supposed to be evil and all that stuff right here.
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah, so they made me forced to make my right hand stronger.
But that's good. So that works in your favor.
Yeah, that did work in my favor. And but still my left hand was still, my bread and butter, but it done got to the point where it done got to the point where my right probably is more dominant now. You feel me? Because school they didn't have no left-handed scissors and stuff like that. So you just gotta have to do everything with the right hand. And it was frustrating when you was younger. Because it was frustrating trying to
It made it tougher on you. It made it tougher.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of things made it tougher on me. You feel me? Yeah, it was like I sit back and see a lot of people had an easier road. And I'm like, but I'm glad I had the road I had because it made me who I was. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't have had it no other way.
So go ahead.
Now go ahead.
Go ahead.
Now go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, okay, so now, you know what I'm saying? You didn't at this current point in time because we gotta move on. We got, we on the time. No, not necessarily, but we want to keep it going forward. So now you done went to the training school. You then came out your boxing now. You know what I'm saying? What weight were you at? What weight?
I was 141.
141. Okay. And so now, as we progress in boxing and everything else, moving forward, what did it look like moving forward from there and you getting into your 20s?
And see, well, the thing I had though, because see, me coming from the hood, we used to fight all the time, right? and we didn't have weight classes. So and see us being younger,
And real quick, real quick, my brother D Ray said, man, don't let right side rush you. Take your time, and because it's great content. Hey, and it's all on you, brother. Go ahead.
But yeah, like, in the hood, we didn't really have weight classes and everything. If a person approached you and, you had smoke, It didn't mean what size it was. So, most of the time, as being younger, most of the time we had smoke with guys that was older and bigger than us. You feel me? So when it came time to fighting the people that was my weight, it was like, I felt like it was an unfair advantage, and used to get them up out of there easy. Like, it was no problem. Like, one thing I learned earlier is people can't take no body shots. And see, one thing Whitaker taught was you can hurt your hand hitting somebody in the head. You can't hurt your hand hitting nobody in the body. And so, to make sure we never really had hand injuries, like, we used to concentrate on getting people out in the body because, you got headgear and everything. So the body work was what we worked on most of the time. So,
body
we
work
worked on the body.
Body work is a lost art. It's a lost art in the sport of boxing right now. People ain't working the body nearly like they should have, and or like they should be. But I'm gonna tell you, I've never heard that you protect your hands with body work. I've never heard anyone say that, and so no, I agree 100% with it. Keep going. My apologies.
I mean, if you notice, you see Oliver McCall had some good body work. Remember?
Facts. Oliver McCall was a hell of a fighter, and go ahead. You keep cooking.
Go ahead. What you were saying? But you see, his body work was superb, right?
Yeah,
body work. That was Whitaker's thing. Break the body. You break down the body, the head gonna follow. He always taught us, if you break down the body, the head goes with it. Plus, that man can bob and weave and move the head. You can't bob and weave and move that body. That body gonna be right there every time. And that's always makes for a best target. So, we aim up and we target it.
And real quick, when you bring up Oliver McCall, I believe Oliver McCall, I believe he may be still fighting. If he ain't still fighting, I think he had a fight last year or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Oliver McCall, he went through a lot of stuff. And if you don't mind,
on drugs.
And I was gonna say, if you don't mind, can you take a few minutes just to speak on Oliver McCall, because I don't think he gets the credit. A lot of people remember him for the time he got frustrated in the ring, kind of broke down in the ring. But at the same time, Oliver McCall, even before that, during that, and even after that, the man has still been boxing. And I know he said Go ahead.
One thing about Oliver McCall was a true champion of the people, right? That man would give to anybody, and he was a hard worker. Like, that man used to go. When I used to go in the gym early in the morning time before school, I just run through in there just to get me a quick set in. He'd be in there working out. When I get out of school, he'd still be in there working out. I'm like, damn. That man used to put in work, and he used to put in road work. I mean, we used to ride the bike behind him while he used to run. That man used to run about 5-10 miles, bro. Like, McCall used to put that work in. But see, his homeboy, Juice, nigga named Juice, messed him up, though. Laced the blunt. Gave him the blunt. It was laced. And, because Oliver was getting that money and Juice wasn't, but Juice was a little envious.
It was laced with what, if you don't mind me asking? Cocaine?
Crack rock.
Oh, even worse. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and this right around the time when that crack started booming. You feel me?
And real quick for my brother R. West, no, Oliver Kane, I just looked his box record up. He's not still fighting. His last fight was 2019. You feel me? He won that fight. And as far as his record goes, he ended up being 59-14 with 38 KOs. He only got knocked out one time. And regardless of what anybody want to tell me about Oliver McCall, I done seen him in the ring. He can fight. I also
seen him on them drugs. If he didn't on them drugs,
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
If Oliver McCall didn't get on them drugs, Lennox and nothing would have stopped that man, dog. That man, he was a true artist, and he used to move so fluently in the ring. And I used to tailor my style like his too. And you know, I used to want to come with it, and he used to have that damn snapping power. You feel me? Like, you don't think it's coming like that, but when you see when it detonates, it detonates. But yeah, his homeboy got him hooked on them drugs. And then, like, when McCall won the belt, he was in the hood and everything, you know, he would pawn the belt off to the dealers. And they had to get the bounty hunters to come get the damn world heavyweight title belt back because, you know, a dealer had it. But McCall used to knock the drug dealers out when he ain't had no money. And it's been a couple times they was about to kill that man.
Wait a minute, hold on. You say he used to knock them out. First off, you said the bounty hunters had to get the belt back, and he used to knock the dealers out. He would do it like that.
If he didn't have no money, if he didn't have no money and everything at the time, because you know one thing with that crap, bro, like you can't stop. Once you get going, you got to ride that demon out until it's over with, until you crash. And you know, after all his money gone, he want to keep partying. Motherfuckers trying to cut him off. And he'll go up there and tell them he wants something, and they think he got some money and everything, and he don't, and pow, he'll still off on their ass, drop him. Run through their pockets, take that shit.
Sleeping motherfuckers.
Sleep him. But after he get that shit in his system, then he start crying and he just
he regret that shit.
He start getting all that regret and everything, like, cause he know, bro, like he know he messing up his life and everything. And that shit was putting a strain on his mom and everything, bro. Like that shit used to damn stress his mom all the way out and everything. But
let me ask you this. When he broke down in the ring that time, right? When he broke down, refused to go to his
coming
corner.
off a binge, bro. He was just coming off a binge, bro.
And like, that's what I was gonna ask you. Was he going through something? And I've heard
stories. His mom had died. He was coming off a crack binge and everything, bro.
And then they would. And I want to. The only reason I want to stop you, because I do want to stop you, because I don't want to talk too bad. And I want to bring the rest of the story. The man, he was able to recover from it. He gave his life over to God. And
Jesus Christ, bro. Jesus can save everything, bro.
And he been rocking and been doing this thing, but we done went off tangent. We got we trying to keep it tight around here. So listen.
Yeah, we good. I mean, we still get to it, but what I'm saying is like,
go ahead.
That shows you, bro, like people that you have with you don't always have your best interests at heart. Like people like the nigga Juice used to sell dope. You feel me? So you know he made his come up off of Oliver. You feel me? He got Oliver hooked on his product. And now Oliver need him, you feel me? And that was supposed to be his man and everything. But now he made his man have to need him. So you know, like, yeah, now you spending your money with me. So now he know he gonna come up. Because he got Oliver on the stuff that he need. Because once them boys get a taste of that stuff right there, they go crazy. You know what I'm saying?
You saying this was a friend of, a quote-unquote friend of, say it again?
Yeah, that's supposed to be his homie. It's supposed to be his nigga.
Damn.
That's why I said, boy, your niggas don't do you like, bro. It don't be the opposition that gets you, bro. It don't be the opposition. It ain't never the opposition, bro. It's your friends. Like, I'll take an enemy before, like, I'll take 10 enemies than one friend, because, see, at least your enemies, you know how they feel about you. You feel me?
Right.
You don't never know what your friends there for. Because 90% of the people that you call your friends ain't really your friends, bro. They just there to try to find a chink in your armor, my nigga. Like, everybody that's done went down, bro, it's from a so-called friend.
They got taken down by the closest to them.
Yeah, your friends, what they try to do is try to get close to you to find your weaknesses. Because, you know, that's what they do. You know, motherfuckers might get close to you, try to smash your lady, you know, try to find out where your money at. You know, because people, when you broke, you can have friends, you feel me? And they don't mind. But once you start doing better than somebody, you know that Willie Lynch and everything, bro, first can't stand to see another person do better than them. Like when y'all both at the bottom, boy, y'all the best of friends, y'all boys, y'all ride or die. But when you start doing something for yourself, start making it up out of there and trying to better yourself, that's when they start hating it, because they don't really hate you. They hate the fact that they don't have the initiative and the fortitude to go out there and do it for themselves. So, you know, every time they see you and your success, it's like a slap in the face to their laziness and the fact that they won't go out here and get it their damn self. And that's what they really hate. They don't really hate you. They hate the fact that they ain't got it enough to go get it themselves. And then that man, he seen all of us easy lick. He figured if I get him on it, you know, that's gonna be my best customer, which he was.
Hey, real quick, my brother D-Ray Promotions asked, he said, did Oliver put his hands on Juice at least once?
They had got into a scuffle before. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you know, Oliver still thought that man was his friend and everything, bro. Like you know, he would look out for Oliver and everything. Oliver thought he was looking out for him, but bro, he wasn't looking out for you, bro. He was just feeding your demon, bro. But like Juice ended up getting killed like in, I think it was like 98. I think they locked up Dirty Red for that shit. Because Juice was a shiesty nigga though, bro. And you know, he had them bands though. You know, like I said, he had that Oliver McCall money, he had them bands. And they said nigga Dirty Red caught his ass lacking. So you know, Karma 360, bro. It has a way of balancing itself out. You know what I'm saying? And
all this is happening in North Carolina. What you telling me?
Oh, bro, it goes down in Trey Foe.
No. I'm not saying it don't.
I'm talking about this called the Trey Foe. You feel me? This Trey Foe. This the same place where Jay-Z. This the same place where Jay-Z and them came down. They were shooting backstage, and they said they ain't never coming back to Winston no more. Remember backstage when they tried to take Jay-Z chain and all that shit? You don't remember the backstage?
I've heard about it. I don't know.
Well, Benny Siegel.
Yeah.
Benny Siegel jumped across and was fighting and all that stuff, and Jay-Z them rushed out the club, and Memphis Bleak was behind the car and everything.
I was heard.
Salem.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that was Winston-Salem right there. Right here.
Y'all was the niggas trying to rob Jay-Z. What you telling me?
They was the niggas trying to rob Jay-Z.
Not saying you, bro. Not saying you.
Yeah, you know, I always thought that robbing shit was some damn broke nigga shit. You feel me? Like this the place where they got the dude Eric Burden. He from here. The one that got one that was clout chasing the baby, because he had RX Whammy Wham 3 times his chain, and he told the baby he can get it back. Stunner Vegas chain and everything. Remember they was on live talking about it. You know how the baby was talking about, you got my chain and people gonna die, but they had took Stunner Vegas chain.
Yeah.
That was in Winston too. You feel me? Like these niggas down here ratchet, bro. Like that's why like next year we moving up out of here, huh?
Damn, it's that bad. Y'all trying to get up out of there like that?
I mean, you know, that's when I come up off this probation.
Okay. Oh, well, hold on. All right. Wait a minute. We done went so far off topic. We got to bring you back to you, because the interview is about you, bro. So, all right. So now bringing it back, I think you might be 16. I don't even know if you didn't got to 16 yet. Last thing I remember, you were still 14 coming out of the. So we got to move it.
This 17, I done had 14 fights at 17 with 12 knockouts, right?
At 141.
At 141 and 145. That was the weight.
Okay, cool.
I was fluctuating between 141 and 145.
All right, that's good. Go ahead.
You know, I done elevated myself from selling weed and everything. You know, I ain't selling weed no more. I started having the powder and the rocks and everything. You feel me? Like, I ain't even gonna front. I seen the money old boy was making on all of McCall and all that, and I seen shit that he was rolling with. You know, I ain't never served Oliver though. You know, because I respected him. You feel me?
But hold on, real quick. Let me ask you this. And first off, shout out to my brother Champion Heart. Much love to you, Champ. Hey, if y'all don't know, Cooking with the Champ, one of the greatest cooking shows that's out there as far as the YouTube the YouTube community goes. And man, appreciate you coming through tonight, my brother. Appreciate you. Now so we at 17, right? So now you done upgraded from, and we got to keep. I'm trying to get. We got to get back. We got to get back to boxing eventually. We got to get back there. But this is such an interesting story. I love it. I love your story.
We about to finish boxing right here. I was 14-0 with 12 knockouts. Okay. And you know, like I said, I done upgraded to the hard shit. You feel me?
Yeah, this says 17.
Yeah, but this is where all the money was. And you know, I'm seeing it. And so I'm with my boy Amariso. Like my nigga, his name was Amariso Onesimo Rosa, right? He the one that gave me my name, Alejandro Sosa. He the one that named me Alejandro Sosa. You feel me?
Hold on, wait a minute. Alejandro Sosa?
Yeah, you know, that's the nigga off Scarface.
All right. I'm calling you that from now on. Alejandro, my brother.
I mean, it's tatted on my stomach. You know, I got it tatted on my stomach back in 2000. You feel me?
Oh, okay. And it's real then. It's real.
Yeah. You know, it was in my federal paperwork, so you know. But and you know, he was with the Medellin, so you know, but you know, that's what, you know, my dad used to hang with their people.
He was with the who? Hold on, he was with who? The Medellin?
Something like that, bro. Like,
is that from Colombia? Is that the people from Colombia?
They from across the border, you feel me? And my dad and them was cool with them, you feel me? We just gonna say that. We on YouTube.
My bad.
I had to think about it for a second.
I agree with you. I'm my bad. I'm just, bro. This is very interesting. This is very interesting.
I mean, motherfucker can pull up my shit and see it all. I mean,
I don't want it. No. This is YouTube. We ain't gonna say that. We ain't gonna need to say that. What we're gonna do is we'll keep talking about it, and we'll just bring the facts out and how you rock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
where you at today, because we need to talk about where you at today as well. But go ahead, bro.
Yeah, we about to get there. But you know, you gotta know where I'm coming from to see where I'm at now.
Thanks.
You feel me? So we at this club called the Formula 51. And we up there chilling, you know, we with his people and everything. And he get into it with some Dagos. Well, they call them Dagos. I don't even know, but it was a couple Mexicans they got into it with. And so, you know, I'm up there with him and everything, you know, so, you know, we together. You know, we come here together, we lead together, you feel me? And so, you know, Rosa, he wasn't really no daggone fighter, you know, but, you know, his family had that guap, and they had that clean, you know? And, you know, he was a pretty boy, but, you know, I was right there with him, you know, I'm his hood nigga, you feel me? Like,
look, he was a pretty boy. You gave him credit. I got you. Go ahead.
Yeah, but you know, he gave me credit on the other line. You feel me? So,
agree. It was a mutual.
Yeah,
right.
It was mutually beneficial. You know, we went hand in hand.
I know exactly where you're coming from.
So yeah, so it was like 3 Dagos and everything, and they tried them and everything. So we wasn't even trying to hold the radio with them. So we was going outside and they arguing and everything. So while he arguing with one, I come across the top and catch one. Rock, you know, caught him, slept him. And then when he started taking off on the other one, so I'm taking off on the other one too. And one of them kind of big, so we sitting there fighting, big knothead nigga, dog. So we fighting, and I caught that nigga with a left, and then I came with the right. But see, the way I hit him with the left, I ain't know I had hit him that hard with the left, right? Because when I hit him with the left, like that nigga jaw jacked, right? And he still stayed up there.
But you left-handed. You already know you fucked him up. That's why you hit him with the left first. You know what you was doing to him.
But the way I was standing, the way I was stood though, you know, because I had caught the first one with, remember I told you I came over top, the right, caught the first one.
You said that.
And you know, as I caught him, you know, I had switched and I had stepped forward with my left. Because, you know, I had led off with my right foot forward. And I went across and caught that first one. Boom. And then as I caught him, I stepped forward with my left foot. And as I stepped forward with my left foot, I caught the hook with the left. I hooked with the left. But, you know, I was in mid-step. So I didn't think I had enough power behind it. You feel me?
Were you hooking with a hooker?
Yeah, I hooked on him. But when I hooked, like I said, I was stepping with my left at the same time. But I hooked and caught him and jaw jacked him. It stunned him. He stood there. But as that, I had already set my feet already and came with a damn overhand right. Like, and I had already had my left foot behind his foot. You feel me? So I was gonna punch through this nigga. You feel me? Like, cause like I said, as I was moving, I hit him with the left. and my left foot ended up like behind his a little bit, and my right hand was coming straight to shit. You know what I'm saying? And as I came, he started coming down. And as he was coming down, I was too far gone, and my fist crashed into his forehead. You feel me? And I shattered my right hand in 84 places.
Damn. Hold, wait a minute. Hold on. So,
Yeah.
so you hit him in the forehead and you shattered you said 84 places?
84 places.
And,
I'm gonna send you a picture of it later. But yeah, I got a titanium plate in it, and they got the pins in it and everything. You feel me?
But this the problem. The thing is because of the metacarpals and the other carpals and the carpal, whatever, you got so many bones from the wrist to your fingertips. When you say 85,
they said my hand looked like somebody took a sledgehammer and smashed it. Damn. All the bones was broke. That's why they had to put a metal plate over it to hold the bones together, and then they put the pins in.
Hey, I gotta bring this up. My brother D. Ray said, so you forgot about the body work, huh?
I forgot all about that body work.
That's a good question.
I forgot all about that body work. That body work.
Right.
I was
because
look,
I was just about to say it ain't like you was in the ring, brother. You was in
I was in
the heat, bro. Like,
I was in the heat, and I had already came across with that right.
Yeah,
but if I would have left the body work alone, if I'd have kept up with the body work, my hands still be good, and I'd probably be retiring right now. You feel me? Hall of Famer or something.
What you say? They told you from the beginning that body work is what it protect your hands.
That's why I made sure I explained that in the beginning, because I knew what we was gonna come at in the story. Man, because Fred Whitaker made sure and look, my coach told me the exact same shit while I was sitting there and unusable for daggone for 6 months. He told me, he was like, "What I tell you about that body?" I said, "Always go to the body so you don't break your hands." But see, I was going to bust the man in his mouth. I was trying to break the nigga's jaw. But like I said, I caught him with that left, and at first it was a delayed reaction.
You missed your mark just a tad bit.
And jacked him. Yeah, like he was.
Hold on, you're breaking up, brother. You're breaking up. Upper Echelon, can you? Hey, brother, you breaking up. We ain't heard nothing you said in a minute.
Hold on, I gotta put my Hold on, let me put my phone had just wrong. Hold on.
Take your time. Take your time.
I gotta set my AirPods back up. Hold up.
And real quick, y'all know it's funny when you mute yourself. Shout out to my brother, man. Champion Heart in the building, man. Champion Heart, he said, "Hey, kill the body, the head will fall." That's a fact. That's a fact right there. My brother R. West said, "I ain't never seen a cat use body work in a street fight." I have. I just dropped my mic. Damn, I fucked my mic up. I have seen a hood dude use body work in a street fight. And you know what's so crazy? Man, it was some of the craziest body work I've ever seen. And bro, that body work during the actual fight, it's effective. We lost my brother Upper Echelon. We lost him for a second. I'm sure he'll tap back in when he get a chance. But body work in the street fight, bro, it's crazy. I seen it be crazy. Okay, we got my brother back.
Man kept calling, bro. He kept calling me, man.
All right, here we go.
I had to let him know, man. Look, I'll call you back, man. I'm on the show.
And real quick, R. West, I swear to God, I mean, so successful. Well, and when I say, I mean, it wasn't the body work you see, hit him in the liver, kick. It wasn't that body work. It was, I hit him in the chest and knocked the wind out of him. And
hit him in the solar plexus.
Yeah, knocked all that wind out, took all that wind away.
That'll take the fight away from you. Hit him in the solar plexus.
Look, he collapsed up, right? And then this ain't gonna lie to you, this is my partner Big Kel. And after he did it, Big Kel, Buddy kind of punched over doggy in the doggy style position, right? Big Kel stood on his back or got over his back and just started hitting him in the ribs, bro. I'm like, God, stop, bro. You gonna hurt this man. So then Buddy rolled over and my partner Big Kid, he don't even start punching. He's on top of him using the pound, like, when you try
The
to
elbow.
pound somebody. No, not the elbow, bro. Like the fist closed, but it's instead of me
Oh, the hammer fist.
Hammer fist. Yeah. Man, he hammer fist, and like it got so bad, we had to stop him, bro. Like,
Stank.
bro,
My bad.
we was like, bro, you gonna kill this nigga, bro? Like, stop, you chill, bro, chill. Real quick, man. Shout out to my brother Batman Forever, aka 817. He will be in the building coming up soon. 81, I got you locked in, man. And looking forward to having you on, bro. Looking forward to having you on. So now we done made it through the street fight. I'll say the street fight. You done broke your hand. Move forward with me. What's next in the story for you?
All right, hold on 1 second, bro. I'm about to show you something. Hold up.
Okay. I got to be able to share it. I don't know how to share it yet. I ain't never had to, but I'll figure it out.
Hold on 1 second.
Real quick, man. My brother Champion Hardy said body work is very effective. More boxers should concentrate more on the body and less on head hang. Facts. And
yeah, that's what Errol Spence. That's what makes him so great.
Body work has been is such a neglected art in the sport of boxing right now. My brother last week, Q the God, aka over there at the lab, the Lost Art of Boxing, he brought that up. He brought up the lack of body work, and it's like, bro, we all know when you don't chop the tree down from the top.
That's what I be teaching my son. I be teaching my son that.
Well, you chop the tree down as low as you can go, and that's where you want to get it up from. And then you gotta, stomp over that type of thing. But no, you chop the tree down from damn near as low as you can go, unless you want to do whatever. And what's the lowest you can go in boxing? It's the body.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the stump, bro. And that's what you're supposed to do. And man, it's a lack of that going on in the sport of boxing right now.
That's what Sensei Derrick James teaches them boys. You take them down from the body. And like I said, if I would have followed Fred Whitaker, I still would have, I would have been where I had to be at.
So, let me see real quick. My brother R. West, he said, what did he say? EJ beat dude in the amateurs that says his body still ain't right now. Oh, man. Hey, that's going to be a good fight. We got to get there. We got to get there. We got to get your opinion on some fights that's coming up. Man, and also we got to get your opinion on what just happened this weekend, you know what I'm saying? As well as what's coming this weekend.
You get that right side.
Let me see. Hold on. I'm checking it now. I got it. I don't know if I can. I probably can't show it to the people because you sent it to myself. I don't know how I can send it to my cell phone. Go ahead. Go ahead. Give me a second. Let me see if I can get it to people. You want me to give it to the people, right?
I mean, it don't matter. I was just showing you where the plate got put in at.
Yeah, you can see
kind of inside where the pins was at.
Yeah, where they cut you and everything.
Yeah, they had to piece all them things together.
Damn.
Yep. So then after that, me and Rosa, we got more closer after that, and he felt bad because my boxing career was messed up. And then, but see, after that incident right there, he changed a little bit. You feel me? Like, somehow he started, that brought out a different streak in him. You feel me? So, I guess, that was his first little taste of action. And, he started getting wide open and everything. But, I was always with it and everything. But I started getting money and everything. So, like, I'm 17. We got to the point where I was driving the BMW to school and everything, right? I had a 745 IL. And, money was good. Money was good. My dad was proud of me. You know, I ain't even have to holler at my dad no more. You know, and my dad was like, you know, he was hollering at, you know, the same person I was, really. You know what I'm saying? So I like got him into the door and everything. And like everything was all good until right after my birthday in 2000. Right after my birthday in 2000.
And this is when you're 17, right?
Nah, I had just turned 18 on
18,
February
man.
26, 2000.
Oh yeah.
I had just turned
February.
20. Yeah. So we had like a big little party and everything. And you know, I was flossing, you know, I had just gotten my first little big ass watch, you know. You know, I had the BMW and everything. You know, I was making some good money at the time. And these two fuck niggas, you know, they came up in my apartment, robbed me and my girl. You feel me? Robbed us down, took us down, got me for some work and some money and everything. You feel me? But you know, the streets talk and everything. And so, figured out who it was, and allegedly, this is what they said. Said I rolled up on them in their hood and gunned them both down. Allegedly, that's what they said. So, not knowing the FBI had been looking at me and Rosa and a few of us anyway, so they had popped into my house, my apartment, and like they found like the rest of the work that I had up in there and everything. Like I had like 400 grams in there of coke, and had like another 15,000 in there, and had like a couple guns, and they seized that, and I got charged with tax evasion, federal trafficking, and conspiracy to traffic. Right?
Tax evasion.
Yeah, more than $10,000.
Okay, and real quick, shout out to my brother AJ, 64 in the building. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you coming through tonight, man. We got a hell of a story going on right now. Facts. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
So they hit me with that. Rosa, he got up out of there. I guess he went to California or something. But a couple people that was in his people, they got caught up and everything. But they took me down. The feds snatched me on up and everything. So I didn't get to finish my high school. You know, they came and got me. And like when they came and got me, they kept trying to press me and everything. But you know, coming from my family, my dad let us know, like, I mean, you mad enough to go out here and do your thing, then you mad enough to go ahead and take what come with it. So we got my lawyer Tinsdale. Like I said, Tinsdale's always been my lawyer. He's still my lawyer to this day. You feel me? With fed and state charges. So you know. So I got arraigned by federal government. I went to first appearance. They told me no bond. But then the ATF and the DEA came and it was like, if I tell them where I got this from and it's blah, blah, this, blah, blah, this, they tell me I can walk away with probation. And I was like, well, yeah, I can do all that. But I don't know what the hell you talking about. Like, I don't know where the hell that shit came from. Y'all planted that shit. And they were like, oh, you want to play that game? So that's when they got serious with me. They were sitting there talking about this, and they was telling me, yeah, you know you facing trafficking, conspiracy trafficking, this, right? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, but you don't know about this. So they slammed the file in front of me, and they had me 2 counts of first-degree murder. You know, like.
Say that one more. You said, say that again?
They had me 2 counts of first-degree murder as well.
2 counts.
You know,
so they wanted to connect you allegedly to this incident that happened with no evidence.
They had one witness. They had one witness. They had one witness to that. And see, the feds, after a while, you know, I was sitting in jail and everything, the feds, they realized they didn't have enough evidence for the murder charge. So they kicked it down to the state. You feel me? So the state, they wanted to pursue it, and they was going to push it. So I got 2 different charges now. I got the fed charge and I got the state charges now.
But hold on now. Now you got the Fed charges and the state charges going.
Yeah, I got two different courts I got to go to now.
Right.
But like I said, Donald Tinsdale, he a motherfucking beast now.
But
him $80K.
I just want to make sure which charges are where.
Okay, the two first-degree murder charges is in the state.
Okay.
The feds have
the tax evasion.
They have me for tax. This is all the charges I had for the feds. I had tax evasion. I had conspiracy to traffic. I had trafficking. I had possession of unlicensed firearms, possession of stolen firearms. That's everything I had from fed. You feel me?
Gotcha.
And state, they had me with 2 counts of first-degree murder 1. And they also had me with a maintaining a dwelling. And they had me with paraphernalia. That's what state had me with.
Man, that ain't that bad.
Yeah, I was
look in comparison to, you know, my policy.
Yeah, so after about a year and a half of battling everything in Tinsdale, like the witness that they had, they couldn't get in touch with the witness no more. I don't know what happened to the witness. I think the witness recanted or something, you know, like seen the error of their ways or anything. You know, my boy Rosa was still out there. He was keeping it, you know, I kept it solid. So, you know, he gonna always keep it solid with me to the death. You feel me? So, you know, like, you know, that's what niggas don't realize now. Like, if you go to prison and everything, just sit down and keep your mouth shut. You feel me? Like, motherfucker can't really do nothing unless you incriminate yourself. And that's what happened. People incriminate themselves. So the state really didn't have much on the shit, right? So Tinsdale got them to get me a plea. We can get it dropped down to 2 counts of manslaughter and get it dropped to 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter, and it goes on my juvenile record. Since he said technically I wasn't 18 at the time, which I had just turned 18 at night. You feel me? But he sat there, you know, they did a little finagling and everything, you know, $80,000 worth. But he also said we could take the shit to trial and we could probably beat it. But they wanted to go ahead and just get the shit out the way and run it. Yeah, because they're going to run it together with the... He said we need to go ahead and take the deal because they said if we go to trial, it could be a possibility. He said it's an 80% possibility he could beat it. But he said he still don't want to... 20%. Yeah, he said he don't want to... He said he don't want to do the 20%. So we decided we were going to take the deal, but we had to wait a month to take the deal because if we took the deal before, I still had to go to Fed to plead guilty. I had to still go plead guilty for Fed, and I didn't want to get another conviction before, because see, with the Feds, they have guidelines. Like, when you get a sentence on the Fed, each charge has a guideline. It's a sentence guideline, so you have a certain amount of time that you're going to get. You can't really bargain with the Feds unless you're telling. So on the guidelines, the gun only carried like 42 months because, you know, I had a criminal history 1. So I had a criminal history 1 and the charge was like 22, right? And the trafficking was like 34. So the criminal history, the biggest thing that I had was the conspiracy to traffic. Conspiracy to traffic was bigger than trafficking. It was bigger than tax evasion. And on the guidelines, the plea bargain for my conspiracy to traffic is 10 to life. It was 10 years to life, right? So I signed the plea bargain for 10 to life.
Huh?
And see, yeah.
10 to life, but you only did...
Because it's the guy, with the federal, when you get sentenced from federal, it's where it starts off at.
Right.
You can start off anywhere from... Yeah, it's the guy.
As long as you don't mess up, you ain't gonna get pushed out.
No, it goes with your criminal history. Like, really, the guidelines really is really supposed to be 9 to life because it starts off at 98 months. The conspiracy to traffic is 98 months to 360 months. That's the guidelines. It's from 98 months to 360 months. You feel me? Yeah, so you can get anywhere between 98 months to 360 months. But you got to sign an open plea for feds. And then you got the guidelines. That's what it is. So on the guidelines, you got the left side, which is the charge. and how much the penalty it carries down the line. So conspiracy trafficking was like 40 or 41 on the side. Then you got the criminal history. Like you got criminal history 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 is the highest. If you got anything really in the 6, you get life. You feel what I'm saying? Like criminal history 1, they can give you anywhere from 98 to 122 months. You feel me? Criminal history 2 is like 123 months to 150 months. Criminal history 4 is like 152 months to like 180. Criminal history 5 is like 180 to like 2 something. And then criminal history 6, you know, that's like that all the way to 360. You feel me? So that's the way people get their time in the feds. That's how I come to Fed guidelines. So
Okay.
I was on that criminal history 1 because, you know, I had just got 18, so I didn't have no adult record.
Right.
So mine's fell under the guidelines of 98 to 124 months, right?
Right. And so
With
because
no
you had,
mitigating.
but because you had 1, they want to give you 98.
The
And
judge gets to pick. You only get one number in feds. They don't give you them different numbers. You get one number. So I have a chance to get 98 months all the way to 124 months. They got to pick a number in between that. So we argued. We thought I was going to get like 98, 99, maybe like 100 months, you know, because, you know, I ain't got no record and everything. But the DA argued mitigating circumstances and said I had a pending murder charge and everything. So the judge gave me the max of my guidelines, basically. So he gave me the 122 months, which was uncalled for. Like, so I got an extra 24 months, extra 2 years added on to my fucking sentence. You feel what I'm saying? Like, my shit was 122 months when it could have been 98. You feel what I'm saying? And see, like, traffic tickets, all that shit, it adds to your criminal history. So I got sentenced to 122 months feds, right? I got sentenced in the feds. That was November of 2000. Because feds, they move fast. It's like a 6-month process. They get you in, out, all that shit within 6 months. So after that, my lawyer went ahead and got me a plea bargain. So I went ahead and got the plea bargain for state, which was 84 months for the manslaughter, ran concurrent with the Fed time. So stated that I was served my Fed time until state time until I turned 21. And then that I was in the Fed's custody after that, right? That's the way they had my plea structured. So I just had to serve 3 years state. And then once I turned 21, I was federal property and my time would still keep going. You know what I'm saying? So I got sent to Pope Youth Institute. They call that gladiator school. It's called Pope Youth Institute. And that's when we was up there, you know, we had the Bloods, the Crips, we was banging out, you know, fighting like hell. And it's just like training school, you know, you was fighting, you know, your city where you from. Everybody fighting, banging out, you know. It was the big drama show, like Gennady Golovkin say, you know, big drama. You feel me? So yeah, I rocked out in there.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Well, I rocked out in there. I ended up stabbing a nigga from Charlotte in 2001 because nigga broke into my locker. Like, we used to break into lockers and steal people's canteen and shit. And, you know, we had cigarettes on the compound. And see, we had juniors and everything. See, I ain't racist enough, but white boys couldn't live on the yard. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, you get you about 3 or 4 white boys, you had them go click their car for you. And I had a couple of them used to bring in Xanaxes and weed. And, you know, I used to protect them. You know, they used to be my kids. You feel me? You know, you got to protect them. You know, cause, you know, and some of them, they be joining little gangs and everything. And, you know, people knew me from where we was at. And we had our little clique and everything. But I ain't no stabbing nigga from Charlotte. Because I had like a little store. Motherfuckers come in there. I used to 1 for 2 and 1 for 3 of them. Like motherfuckers first get off the bus, you know, they money ain't clicking on the card. They be wanting smokes and everything. So they'll send over for me want a pack of Newports. I'll give them a pack of Newports, but I want 3 back. Unless they cool, you know, some niggas I know, you know, like when my niggas get up there from my hood or something, you know, I throw them a pack. But you know, like if it was a white boy or son, I used to
But
charge
but
him
but you could
$3.
only throw your people a pack because you had built your pack. You had built your stash up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
my locker was exquisite. You feel me? And see, when we was up in the daggone thing, you know, we used to keep the smell goods and everything. You know, keep the hygiene. You need to keep your hygiene on point. Cause you know, the women, it was all women officers up there. You know, them women used to get down for the get down. You feel me? So you gotta always look your best and stay fresh. You feel me? I used to be in love with this. I used to be in love with this one called Miss Bullock, but you know we ain't gonna go there. But you know, them girls be ready up there. You know what I'm saying? At Pope, they be ready. But nigga broke into my.
Hold on, real quick. Let me shout out my brother, man. Con Shonery in the building. Salute to you, Con Shonery. Much love. Appreciate you coming through, bro. You know it's always love between us, man. Always love. Got that upper, man. We cutting it close, bro. So we gonna move it forward. You good? You good on this?
Yeah, we good. We good. We good.
All right.
Yeah, I'm good.
Go ahead. Do your thing, bro. Go ahead. And so, I think you was just giving us your time, and mind you. And real quick, shout out to my brother in the building, the Hebrew. I would say your name, brother, but like I always tell you, I'm probably gonna mess it up. And I love you. I got a lot of love for you. So, hey man, and he said you spitting all facts, bro. He said you spitting all facts, which I have no doubt in, no doubt whatsoever, bro.
Yeah, you know, I ain't never been the type to cap, bro.
No, it ain't even about it. And at the end of the day, we want to hear your story. Now, before we continue. Now we're talking about the guy from Kentucky that you got into it with or whatever.
I do from Charlotte.
Charlotte, excuse me, I said Kentucky. I meant Charlotte. I apologize.
Yeah.
But so let me know, how old were you around this time? At what part, like what stage of your life are we at right now? Just so we make sure we ain't missing no time.
This was 2002. So I was 20. You know, I was in my zone right then. You know, people don't realize you become a different animal when you're in prison, bro. Like, people don't realize that shit turns you into a monster. Like, when you out in the streets, it's different. But when you get in there with, you know, like, people that been to prison and people that haven't, it's a whole different lifestyle, bro. Like, it's hard to explain it. Like, if you ain't been to, you know, they say people institutionalized. It's a reason. Like, man, you know, you live on death at every moment where I was at. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't show no weakness or nothing like that because a nigga gonna try you. And, you know, you gotta always be ready. You know, motherfucker disrespect you. You can't let none of that shit slide because you let one person disrespect you, they all gonna disrespect you. You know, you ain't trying to be no punk or nothing. You feel me? And, you know, if you want to keep them June bugs and everything, you want to keep your sons in order, you got to always ride for yours. You feel me? So that's why, you know, I used to hating them weights heavy. You know, I used to hit them weights in the morning at the yard time with my homeboys right there. You know, you work out with your little crew and everything, you know, make sure nobody snuff you while you're at the weight set. You know, that's one thing you do when you locked up. You got to get yourself in tip-top shape. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to always be able to get a nigga up off of you and put a nigga down. And see, like they say in boxing, fatigue make a coward of a man. You feel me? And you ain't trying to have that shit make a coward of you. You know, because most fights, you know, that shit go, you know, for your fatigue. You know what I'm saying? It's how long you gonna go. And you ain't want to be gassed out. And this nigga still got a whole tank of energy left for you because ain't nobody gonna be able to come save you. Because them guards don't get there fast enough. You understand? So, you know, you your own way out. That's why you see people work out all the time when they're in prison. You feel me? But, you know, I had that one hit quick. You know, I had this damn metal plate in my right hand, so that made my shit even more exquisite. You know, like, I rock out.
Oh, no, hold on. Wait a minute. So you was using the plate against niggas. So what you telling me? You was putting on their ass.
Was I? That shit sounded like a damn metal baseball getting a home run, like, ding! That's all you heard was, ding! You feel me? They put this daggone titanium plate in my hand. You think I wasn't about to use it? Come on, man. You know, I'm ingenuity. I mean, you know, I go for what I know. You feel me? And, you know, it's in my hand. I mean, I can't not throw my right hand. You feel me?
I ain't mad at you.
You know.
So now let me ask this. So, you know, you got you in there, you you doing what you got to do to survive in there. You feel me?
Yeah,
And so
you know,
you got
you
to.
change into a whole different man, dog. Like it changed you into, like I said, it changed you into a whole different monster, bro. Like you don't need to be worried about what's going on the streets like that. You know, this is where you at right now. You know, and if you a hustler, you know, you're gonna try to make money wherever you at. You feel what I'm saying?
I feel you, and so this my question now, man. So
Hold on one second. Hold on
go
one
ahead.
second, my brother. I'm about to switch phones, bro. This one about to die. I'm about to switch phones on you, all right?
Okay, yeah. Take your time. Take your time, brother. Take your time.
Hey, Stank.
And real quick, man. Appreciate everybody coming through, man. I told you what we trying to do over here, man. It's all about getting to know the family, and we got a brother. He telling this story tonight. You feel me? And I'm loving it. I'm loving it because at the end of the day, man, we all got a story to tell. And damn it, I'm here to hear. I want to hear everybody's story. Why? Because it's interesting. Life is interesting, and understanding what people are going through and getting to know them better. You feel me? Being able to see when they make on a panel with you, how they come the way they come. It's all about Echelon. You there, bro?
All right. Yeah. I'm on a different phone now.
Let me switch them up.
Yeah.
Upper Echelon, let me know when you can hear me, bro.
I can hear you right now.
Oh, you good to go? Go. Oh, all right. You straightened out?
Yeah, I just had to switch phones.
All right, we're gonna switch the music. Go ahead. I was gonna say we're gonna switch the music up a little bit, and then, bro, well, let me ask this before you go. Let me ask this. So we just got into, you were just talking about, you get in there, you started your store. It make you change, right? It make you change. So
yeah, it makes you change, bro. Like, it make you change. So, me and this nigga from Charlotte had beef, right? And he broke into my lock and everything. He done got to my goodies and everything. You feel me? So people looking at me like, bro, you gonna let that go down? So, we had these bed springs in there, right? So, I took one of the bed springs off the hook because, just beating this nigga ass wasn't about to damn, like, shit, nigga take an ass whooping, you feel me? I had to let motherfuckers know, like, bro, you come at my shit, bro, it's gonna be dire consequences.
You gotta whoop my ass, bro. Go ahead. You tell them you gotta whoop my ass, bro. Nah, you just go get it in.
Nah, it ain't that, bro. Nah, it ain't that. Like, a nigga take an ass whooping, you feel me? I ain't take no ass whooping, but I still had my skills and I had that metal plate. But like I'm saying, a nigga will take an ass whooping, but so all I can do is whoop that nigga ass. And I said, nah, I'm about to make an example right now because niggas ain't about to try this shit no more. You feel what I'm saying? Like, nigga, out of everybody, you gonna hit my locker? You gonna hit my locker? Motherfucker took like four cartons of Newports and stuff out my shit. You feel me? Just and little nigga told me who did it and everything. You feel me? Little nigga in there. I was a dad and everything. My little sons. My little sons. They let me know. So I had this little joint. It was made out of bed springs because we was all on these bunk beds and everything, right? So I had this thing made out of bed spring. I had it sharpened up, and then I had it melted into a big pin. And I had a washcloth tied around it. You feel me? And I used to keep that joint in my pillow.
So real quick, you had a shank. You had a shank.
Yeah, I had a jizzy. You feel me? I had that jizzy. You feel me?
What y'all call it?
I called it that jizzy. That Jezebel. You feel me? I had that blicky. You feel me?
Okay, go ahead.
Because the lock and the sock, that's the prison Glock. You feel me? I wasn't even about to use the prison Glock on him, Pulled that motherfucking damn lightsaber out on that nigga, bro. Like, we was getting ready to head out to lunch. And they was calling our pod out. And as they was calling us out, we was getting ready to go out, bro. I grabbed that nigga by the side of his damn head, pulled him back into, like, the yoke. You know how, like, you about to yoke a nigga up? Yeah, he was sitting there talking to his friends. You know how you got to put a nigga in a sleeper hole, right?
Yeah. Hold on, now, wait a minute. So I know exactly what you're talking about, and we're gonna move forward from this part of it because we don't want to say the wrong things and we don't want to say too much. And so
yeah, so I gave him his issue. and everything. They sent me to the hole. I went to Icon. That's the hole for 6 months. I had to go to the hole for 6 months. Icon. For assault with a weapon. You know, so he had to go to the hospital. He transferred off the yard and everything. So, you know, they got my shit, brought my shit back. You know, we good. So I stayed in the hole for like 5 months. I got back out. It was daggone. The summertime was over when I got out. But, you know, it was still hot and ready. You know, I got out in time for the Christmas pack. So I'm out there. People that owed me stuff, they brought me stuff that they owed me because I still had stuff out on the commissary. Plus my homeboy Demetrius, he was out there. I left him a couple of I told him to grab them cartons, old boy's locker, and just go ahead and keep the shit rolling while I was locked up. But you know that nigga right there, he ain't had no hustle mentality, bro. Like
he done fucked the money up. So now you got to come back in and get it started again, huh?
Bro, he ain't having 2 cards when I came out, bro. I'm like, bro, I left you with 4, bro. I said I left you with 4, my nigga. Like,
you supposed to been there. You supposed to been there double and triple that, bro. What you talking about?
Bro, he supposed to have about 12, bro. Like, hell, I was having motherfuckers send me money on my books for cigarettes after a while, you know, because I had so many. But when I had got up to like 10 cartons, bro, I started making motherfuckers send me the damn money in there, bro. Like, shit, I can't keep all these cigarettes. And so we out there and everything. Christmas packs come. My family sent me a Christmas pack and everything. We all chilling and everything. So it's 2003 now. You know, people giving me money and everything.
Real quick, bro. So we can understand the time frame that we're going through. You say it's 2003. How old are you at this point in your life? How, if you remember?
I'm about to get to it, bro. I'm about to get to it. It's getting to 2003.
I jump. I get excited.
Yeah, you know my birthday February 26th now. You feel me? That's my birthday, February 26th. So you know I'm about to turn 21. So you know my release date from the state prison is when I turn 21, February 26th, 2003. And the Fed's supposed to pick me up from there. You feel me? They're supposed to pick me up and take me to the federal jump, right? So, you know, I'm sitting there that night. I done gave away all my shit because, you know, they said you can't take your shit to the feds and everything, right? So I just kept a pack of cigarettes. I gave my homeboys all the shit, commissary and everything.
Hold on. So when you going and you've been running this store, you done came up, you done became a player in the game. And now what you telling me is you can't transfer your commissary from one to the other?
Not from state to fed. When you go to the fed, you can't.
Yeah, so you had to go start out a whole new hustle and build a whole new stack over there. Even though
I had about 6,300 in my account though. You know, I told you I started having motherfuckers send the money to my account. You know, like my last month, I was having people send money to my account instead of paying me back with commissary. You feel me?
Okay. So now, real quick, we're gonna go ahead and move over. So now, you know what I'm saying? You done made it to the feds. You feel me?
Nah, bro. You keep jumping ahead. Let me finish the story, my nigga.
Oh, my bad. You finished.
My bad. Relax. Relax, my nigga. So, it's the night of that I'm supposed to be getting picked up by the feds and everything, right? I'm supposed to get picked up by the feds. Well, you know, at 12 o'clock, they were supposed to be there to pick me up in my mind because they said as soon as I turn 21, feds gonna get me. So, like I said, the last month, I started having people send money, but, you know, I still had about like 20 packs of cigarettes. I had mad hygiene and shit, had brand new shit. Like, I used to, niggas at the damn clothes house, I used to make sure they gave me brand new t-shirts, brand new khakis and everything. I used to want to look good for the women up there, you feel me? So I used to keep the brand new suits, you know. I mean, you know, it's an institutionalized thing. You know, you want to keep the fresh fits on, you know, keep the fresh shoes on, like, I used to keep the fresh shoes every time they came through the commissary, you know, just to make it look good, you know, keep the smell good. So I gave my niggas the fresh clothes and everything. And so I fell asleep, wake up at 6 o'clock, go down for breakfast. Then they called me down to R&D. So, you know, I just grabbed my pictures and I head out, shower my homies goodbye and everything. So we down to R&D. I got my sweatpants on and everything that I bought, you know, from commissary, because I can't wear the clothes that I've been wearing because, hell, when I came in prison, I was like 5'9". Now I'm like 6'3". Like, I hit a growth spurt. Like, I hit a hell of a growth spurt while I was in prison. Like, I don't know where it came from, but hell, I went from 5'9" to 6'3". And so down at R&D dressing out and everything. So they had me sign a paper. Supposed to be to get your rights back and everything. So I signed that. They gave me a social security card and everything, right? So then they give me a check for what I had in my commissary account, right? And then, funny shit, motherfuckers give me $50, right? And so they was like, do you need a bus ticket? Do you need to take you to the bus and get you a bus ticket, or is your family gonna come get you? So I said, my family coming, right? I said that shit real quick. So they opened up the gates, walked me out the door. Now, you know I'm Fed property, but the way they had it fucked up in the computer, when I turned 21, you know I was supposed to get released from state, but the feds didn't come pick me up. So the state let me go. In Butler, North Carolina, I got released from Pope. February 26, 2003, at 7:30 a.m., I walked out the prison. Look, it's a long street. It's a long street. I jogged my black ass all the way down that street, down in Butler, North Carolina. Got to the store. I called my mom and my grandma. I said, look, y'all here, come here and get me. They was like, well, what the hell? They was like, Saran, what you doing? I said, look, they let me out. Let's go. So my mom and my grandma, they were with it. They hurry up. They got in there, came and got me. They was there in like an hour and a half. It took them too long because my aunt wanted to ride too. So they came and got me. I came to the hood. I'm partying like hell, but I had to get out the hood because the next day it was U.S. Marshals everywhere. They ran in my mama's house. They ran in my grandma's house. They was running every spot that I used to be at, right? Like they was trying to find me because you know I'm BOP property. I'm the Bureau of Prisons property, and you know North Carolina they made a mistake and they let a nigga loose. But shit, my grandma like, go ahead and just turn yourself in. I'm like, Mama, they gonna do their job. You feel me? Like, I'm not about to turn myself in and finish doing all that time. Fuck that. So, you know, I left up out of Winston. I went down to Florida. Sat there, went out to Florida. We partied a little bit and everything. And, like, the U.S. Marshals and stuff, they was deep. They was deep in the house. They were looking for it. My grandma started getting stressed and everything. And I was just like, she was like, you don't want to live looking over your shoulder all the time and everything. So, you know, I had made a little bit of money down there in Florida. You know, I got up with my boy Rosa, let him know I was out. He was thinking some fuck shit at first. And I'm like, bro, you know me well than that, bro. Like, you know me better than that. But he was like, nigga, how the hell you get out? And I'm like, bro, you can go check it out, bro. Like, the motherfuckers let me go. Like, bro, they looking for me now. How your people check? You know, so he seen it. But like, soon as I got back to Winston and everything, I told my grandma, let's go out to eat one last time and everything. So we went out to eat one last time. And as we went out to eat, she called the marshal and I went ahead and went on back. So I went on back. They took me down to Winston-Salem jail, held me there for like 2 weeks. Then they took me down to Pittsburgh. Then I went to, not Pittsburgh. I went to Virginia, Tidewater, Virginia. Then there was Suffolk, Virginia, Petersburg, Virginia. Like I was moving every 2 weeks. Then they took me to DC. Then I ended up in FDC, Philly. I was in FDC, Philly for like half a year. You feel me? Waiting on Hazleton, USP Hazleton. But they ended up sending me to Beaumont. So I got to Beaumont in like 2004. They used to call it Bloody Beaumont. So when I got to Bloody Beaumont, I finally got into the feds and everything. It was different. You know, like nigga put me to the side, like, look, I know you just coming from the U-spread. This shit ain't like that. Niggas ain't fighting that rah-rah shit. They gonna kill you up here. But see, I'm in the max. I'm in the level 7 penitentiary. And he was just like, look, there's a lot of these damn DC niggas up here. And these DC niggas, nah, you know, I'm not labeling people, but you know, the DC niggas, they used to be on that faggot shit. Like they'll take nigga shit. You feel me? Like they was some gangsters. But they was some gangsters that do that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like they'll take a nigga. So, you know, already I'm like, already, you know, I came in this motherfucker man, I'm gonna leave a man, you feel me? So I'm just, you know, 10 toes down. So I wasn't up on a compound but 6 hours, bro. 6 hours. Now I had been in transit for like half a fucking year. And in that half a year, I wasn't able to get a cigarette. Well, I had a couple of roll-ups, but I really couldn't sit down and smoke a cigarette. My boy Chico gave me a cigarette and a pack of cigarettes and some. You know, when you first get on a compound, niggas from your car, they gonna throw you a care package. You know, shit that you need to get by until your money hit. You feel me? So I'm down there in Beaumont, Texas, and it was this racist ass guard. His name was Jessup. I know his last name was Jessup. Had a wad of tobacco in his mouth, and bro, he just was fucking with me, bro. Like I ain't even did shit to the man. I just got there. You know, I made up my bunk and everything. I'm sitting out there just enjoying my cigarettes, and I had got me a cup of coffee. I'm just enjoying, minding my business and everything. But you know, I had my pictures and everything, so he came through. He looked at my pictures, and you know, I used to like all women. You know, I had some bad little white girls that used to send me bust down pictures. I had Spanish girls, I had black girls, you know, I had all types of girls. You know, I was getting money. Women loved me. So, you know, he seen a couple of the damn white girls with the bust down pictures. He felt some type of way and everything, you feel me? So this nigga, I didn't even know this nigga, bro. He tore up my little pictures and everything, messed up my bed and everything. Called me, M.A. Smith, come in here and make your bed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, bro, I had to do a search. You know, when they search your room, they tear your room up. I'm like, damn, this nigga searching my shit. I ain't even got shit. I come in there, bro. He was like, are you bartering and trading? Like, he took the pack of cigarettes out my pocket. And he was like, you ain't even had a chance to go to commissary. And he had balled up my cigarettes and tossed them on the ground, too. I'm just like, damn. And motherfuckers looking at me and everything. I'm just like, bro, I can't do motherfucking 10 years like this, dog. Like, I can't do 10 years like this. I'm already mad and everything. So, I'm talking my boy Chico. My boy Chico like, damn, bro, he's just a bitch-ass nigga, though, but he fucking with you. And he was like, bro, you don't want that nigga fucking with you, bro. Like, that nigga an asshole and shit, right? See, most guards, they just do their damn time because they know motherfuckers in there ain't going home. And they know they cannot go home and everything, bro. So, you know, most motherfuckers leave you the fuck alone and shit, bro. But, you know, you got some assholes, bro, that motherfucking, they feel like they got to get their rocks off because you locked up and everything. So I told my nigga Chico, man, I asked him, did he have a boogie? You feel me? He said he had one, bro. And I was like, bro, I ain't doing 10 years like this, bro. And, you know, I still was wild and everything, you know, just came from the youth spread and everything. And, bro, I gave the officers issue, bro. And, like, I gave them his issue, bro. Like, straight up. And they beat the shit out of me. They took me to the hole and everything. You know, I had hit them, like, 12 times, bro. Like, so, with the jump, I hit them, like, 12 times with the jump. So, they took me to the hole. They beat the shit out of my ass, bro. So, like, they were doing me dirty in the hole too, bro. Like every day after the final count, like 12 o'clock, bro, I hear that damn door pop open. And them motherfuckers would come in there and beat my goddamn ass at nighttime, bro. Like it got so bad, bro. Like I could barely move on the bunk, bro. Like I had blood in my piss. Like, bro, they would beat my ass for jigging that officer. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like the only thing I could have did, bro, I went on a damn hunger strike. Because if you call a hunger strike, then they got to put you on camera. And they got to put you in this damn solitary room and everything. So I went on a motherfucking hunger strike, bro. Oh, RWS, they realized their mistake right then and there. Because they was at my people's house, like, right then and there, like, the next day. But I had turned myself in after, like, 3 months. But, so I had went on hunger strike. I had went like 9 days without eating, just drinking water and everything. And that's when the officers left me alone. But I still had to do a year and a half in the hole. And after I did a year and a half in the hole, they transferred me to USP Hazleton. So I got transferred to Hazleton after doing a year and a half in the hole at Beaumont. But yeah, them officers beat me down bad for stabbing one of their own. But so I got transferred to Hazleton. You said what, my nigga?
No. Keep cooking, bro. Keep cooking. Tell your story.
All right, so I got transferred to Hazleton. This is 2005. Now this is I get up to Hazleton, West Virginia. I get up there. It's about August 2005. They had just opened up the compound in March 2005, and see they had opened it up from people from Leavenworth. But see, the people from Leavenworth that they opened the compound with was people that was already in the hole, people that done checked in and everything. So when we get to the compound, they was a lot of them was nervous because they was check-ins. So they wasn't ready to see no real niggas be on the compound because real niggas see them, they gotta take their ass back up top.
Hey, and real quick, before you go, shout out to my brother Carter Crocodile Hansen, straight from Australia, man. Appreciate you showing up. We got a hell of an interview tonight. We got my brother Sosa, Upper Echelon Sportsbar. You feel me? We got him. He been cooking tonight. He giving real life information as to how he had to move to get to the position he in today. And he doing his motherfucking thing. Carl, appreciate you coming through. Go ahead, Sosa. My bad.
All right, it's cool, bro. It's cool. So so they start bringing in buses like twice a week up there. So we went from I was like the 110th person up there. Within 2 months, we got 1,000 people on the yard. So it started like the first 50 people that came up there. It was only about 10 of them still in the yard because motherfuckers that came from the same prison they was at recognized them and made them go back up the top for a check-in. So it was this nigga named Twin. People from DC probably know him, but the nigga named Twin tried me because my dreads was down my back then, right? And he tried me. We sitting there playing cards and everything. That's one thing you don't do.
Hold on. You said Twin tried you? Adrian Broner?
Nah, nigga named Twin from DC.
I'm bullshitting. Adrian Broner. Go ahead, bro.
Light-skinned nigga named Twin. He tried me though, bro. Like we sitting right there. One thing, I'm gonna tell you one thing when you in prison, bro. Don't invite nobody to a part of your body. Don't tell nigga kiss your ass. Don't tell them to suck your dick. That's one thing you don't do. They gonna kill you over that. And another thing, don't call a nigga no bitch. You call a nigga a bitch, you got a knife play. That's the way shit gotta go down. Like people live and die by their mouths in prison. Like it's a respect thing. You feel me? So we sitting there playing cards, me and my nigga Scooter. We sitting there playing cards. We beating the shit out of Twin and them. And see, it's a smoke-free camp up there at Hazleton. But they sold chewing tobacco. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got cigarettes, but you got chewing tobacco up there. So we used to sit there and buy the damn chewing tobacco. We'd get one of them hair nets from the kitchen. We'll rinse out the syrup off that shit, and we'll put it on like a cardboard from the back of a notepad, put it in the microwave for 2 minutes. Break it up, and that shit just like damn tobacco. We rolled them up and we used to have the paper off the toilet tissue, like the Blue Magic. We used to call them Blue Magic because that's what the toilet tissue was wrapped in. So we'll make little joints out of the toilet tissue wrapper and smoke them out of that. And them shits used to hit harder than Newports, you feel me? But we used to smoke the hell out of them shits. And like, eventually they took them shits away because they figured out niggas was smoking that shit. But in 2005, they started taking away all the smokes out of all jails and prisons. But we sitting there gambling and twinning them down like $100. We just gambling on spades and everything. So that nigga Twin, he was like, man, I can't believe we sitting there losing these motherfuckers. And see, that's one thing when you gambling with people, bro. Like, if you gonna gamble, go to like the poker tables and stuff. Because when you gambling with just regular degular ass niggas, bro, they don't know the intricacies and the art of it. They be getting little attitudes and shit. And he was talking about, man, I shouldn't even pay y'all that. I was like, well, bro, you gambling. I'm gonna get mine, bro. He was like, and what if I don't give your bitch ass shit, nigga? And I was like, what?
Hey, real quick, and how old are you at this time, bro? How old are you? What?
I'm
You 20, 23? Okay, go ahead. Keep cooking. So he trying you on your shit. So what you doing?
So I'm like, word, you got that. I said, just keep that shit. He's like, I was gonna keep that shit anyway, my nigga. I was like, word, we good. So he was like, yeah. So I didn't say nothing, bro. I went with the arguing and shit. My boy already told me. Like I said, I just did a year and a half in the hole for stabbing an officer down at Beaumont. And I already knew how to move, bro. I was like, fuck it. And I said, nigga got me bent. First thing I do when I get to a yard, I get me a jizzy.
You say you do what? You say that again?
I get me a jizzy, a jigaboo, a motherfucking jizzy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got you. Okay. So let me ask this real quick. Let me ask this. So coming in fresh to a new environment, right? You know, especially being that you was making moves at your previous environment, now you coming into something new, right? And
See, I
so
ain't really get a chance to see nothing at the other pen because I hit the police officer my first day there, and I
no. But I'm not talking about that one. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about because even then you were never really solidified or had too much to deal with there, right? And so
yeah.
I'm talking about when you were doing your thing, you go back to solitary, you come back, they done fuck the money up, you got to rebuild the shit. You feel me? And then you can't take the shit with you, right? So you were solidified at that place, right? And so now you coming into a different area where you're not solidified at.
I got
hear you.
4,500 on my books though.
Hold on. Wait a minute. We ain't got the books yet. Give me a second, and then I want you to break it down for us, right? So you're not solidified here.
No, I came in with that, bro. No, I came in.
No. I'm not saying you did. Hold on, brother. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Okay.
I'm not saying you didn't come in with nothing. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm just trying to frame the situation so you can break that.
Bro. You're not letting me get to it, bro. I'm gonna get to it, bro.
But I gotta shape it. I mean, it's my show, bro. I gotta shape the show correctly so everybody knows what's going.
Bro.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't really get to do much on this damn compound because I ended up stabbing this nigga and I got sent to the hole. You feel me? Like when he said that bitch ass nigga shit, I just came up and gave him the business. You feel me? So I got sent to the hole again. And so I served 9 months in the hole, then they shipped me to the U.S. Penitentiary, Lee County. And when I got to Lee County, this is 2006 now, they told me they're not even going to let me on the compound. And I was like, why? They was like, well, this is where is Lee County? Lee County where? That's Lee County, Virginia. It's
Virginia. Okay.
It's in the middle of, and what's crazy, to send me to Lee County, Virginia, from USP Hazleton, West Virginia, they drove us out to Philadelphia, right? We drove out there to Philadelphia, Amish country, right? And then we got on a plane from there all the way to Oklahoma. We landed in Oklahoma. Oklahoma is a transit spot for all the people in the feds. And it's a big ass building where the planes fly into the building and you go straight, they separate you in the cells and everything from there. And then, you spend your time there until it's time for the plane to go out to where you're going for. So when it was enough people, I stayed at Oklahoma for like 2 weeks. Then they flew us out there to Tennessee. We landed in Tennessee. The bus for Lee County picked us up in Tennessee, and they drove us to Lee County, Virginia. It was like a 4-hour bus trip after a 3-hour plane ride. So we get to Lee County, they wasn't gonna let us out. But my nigga Crook and them and Slick, they was out there. So I wrote a letter to them and was telling them, bro, talk to the SIS, which is the people that work with the FBI. They right there at the line. And let them know, bro, I'm gonna be kosher out here, because there was a lot of people from Winston and stuff, North Carolina down there. Like DC had 500 people on the compound. The North Carolina car was the second biggest, or the third biggest. They had like 300. And the Mexicans, the Paisas, they had like 450. And then there was other people there. But, they got me out the compound like my third day. But they gave me a red car, so I had to check in every hour. Like on the compound, I had to check in with the police every hour, let them know where I was at. I couldn't go nowhere. I had to be controlled movement and everything. So now that I had a red card, people knew I was prone to institutional violence, so they left me alone, really. And see, doing all my time so far, I done did all my damn time except for about like 4 or 5 days in the hole. And when you start doing all that time in the hole, you start getting used to that shit, dog. Like, you start not wanting to be bothered. You start getting little perks and stuff. So I get out there, and they sent me to A1. I got sent to A1, and see, when we get to Lee County, it's like a big ass yard that's in a fence, But then when you come around there, like all the dorms is on the back side. And you got 4 pods in each gate. You got A, B, C, and D. A and B at the bottom, C and D upstairs. And you know they get upstairs. And then you got the next yard. And it's got E, F, G, H. And the other one is I, J, K, and L. You feel me? That's the way it's set up. And it's like a half a mile from the first pod all the way down to the last. Because, you know, 2 laps around the yard is a mile. We had a half a mile yard, right? So my homeboy Derek, he from Winston. He worked in the kitchen as a cook. He was my roommate. So he was like, look, you need to get a hustle here. He was like, I'm gonna get you a job in the kitchen. And I was like, all right. So, you know, I'm there vibing, you know, I ain't bothering nobody, you know. I work out, go out there, walk the yard with myself, and I got a job in the kitchen my second week there. And, you know, my money's on my account now because, you know, I came in with money, you know, so I came in basically with that check that I had from the state. I just kept a hold of that check and just turned it back into them. And so when I came in, I got a job in the kitchen. At first they had me out there in the dishwashing crew, but my boy D showed them, he was like, look, my boy can cook. So he got me back to the back. But see, you got the people that work in the kitchen, then you got the people that work in the dining room. It's 2 separate things. And so they started me off at a grade 4 cook, because grade 4 is the lowest you can go. Grade 4, you get 12 cents an hour, right? See, it's different from state. See, state, you get paid $1 a day at the best job. See, in the feds, if you grade 4, you get 12 cents an hour. If you grade 3, you get 19 cents an hour. Grade 2 gets 26 cents an hour, and grade 1 gets 40 cents an hour. That's why people that work in the feds, they can pay their child support and everything, because they also had this thing called industry, which is Unicore, where they get paid on commission. And some of them boys be bringing home about $700-800 a damn month just off their production. You feel me? But I used to get, like, I got moved eventually to a grade 1 cook, and I was making $250 a month. But like, I started off in the kitchen, and my boy D, he showed me the intricacies of working in the kitchen as a cook. And you know, as long as you get that meal off on time, that's all. Like our kitchen, the officer that worked the kitchen was Mullins. His main job is making sure you get mainline off, which is lunch. Lunch is the most important meal in the feds, because at lunch, that's when all the inmates in the convicts, they can sit there and talk to all the people in the yard. You got the psychologists, you got the guidance counselors, you got the people that's over the gym, you got the warden, you got the people that's over every section of the federal building is in mainline. They have to be there for lunch so you can talk to them. So mainline lunchtime is always the most important meal. And you know, the warden, like, we had Terry O'Brien up there in Lee County, and he was a stickler. He used to like to get on people's nerves and make sure everything was perfect, you know, because he was coming up from an FCI, which was medium custody. But, you know, my time at Lee County went by good, you know, like.
But now we gotta ask this. So after Lee County, right? You know what I mean? Because once again, man, we gotta get to. I'm about to tell you how to make my money. Hold on, but we got a couple boxing questions we got to get to, and we at 210 right now. So we got to move forward, but go ahead and break down how you was making your money, and then hopefully we'll move forward.
All right, so I used to work in the kitchen, right? So after about 4 months, they see I could really cook. You know what I'm saying? And my boy D, he moved to second shift because, you know, we was roommates, right? And with us being roommates, both of us working on the same shift, neither one of us had time to the room by ourselves. And when you in prison, bro, you need time by yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Like, as your roommate, to have a good roommate, you need to have time by yourself. You feel me? So he went to second shift. I stayed on first shift because, you know, they told him they were going to let him run the second shift. So I used to work up there, and I got moved into the officers' dining hall. So, I was fixing the food for the officers. You feel me? And so the officers had to come through and pay with their card. But sometimes, I didn't make them pay, So, like the ones that work in the hallway and shit, I didn't make them pay. And, they let me come out of there with my shit. You know what I'm saying? So, sorry, I had to get a drink. So, in the morning, I go up there. I get a 50-pound bag of sugar. I put that in the trash can. Like I have an empty trash can. I grab a case of them orange juices. See, we had them damn concentrated orange juice. There was a pint. There was a quart. And 1 quart makes a gallon, right? And it comes 12 of them in a box. I get a box of them. And that was what I do early in the morning time. The sugar goes for $3 a pound. But I give a dude a pound of sugar, a 50-pound bag of sugar for $150. And I give them the damn orange juices, they go for $10 a piece. I give them the whole box for $100. And basically I get the whole get up. My boy General used to get the whole get up for $250. And all I do is put it in the trash can, wheel it out to the dish room that's in the dining room. And he works out there in the dish room. So he'll package it up and get his shit sent out the way he want to do it. Because, they be making that wine and that white liquor on the compound. You feel me? Because, they had niggas that made wine, they made white liquor, they made everything. You feel me? In the prison, you can get wine, you can get weed, you can get crack, weed, heroin, smokes, you can get anything up there. Everything's there. And, like whatever we was cooking, like I had Jamaicans, because, I'm a yardie too, I'm part Haitian. So, I was in Jamaican cars where everybody used to ask me for the raw fish and everything. I used to charge $2 a piece for the raw fish, $2 a piece for the raw chicken. Or if it's fried, I charge them $2 a piece. But I used to sell the vegetables, like the bell peppers, the onions, the lettuce, tomatoes, the cauliflower, broccoli. And I used to sell big bread bags of parboiled rice that they can cook, flour, like sugar, flour, rice, all that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like everything sells.
All right. So when you talk about hold on, brother, hold on. So when you talk about selling all these different things, and we got to move on. We got to get to we still got boxing questions we got to answer. But man, if you wouldn't mind, wrap up. How did your time end there? And then what outlook did that give you as your time ended? You know what I'm saying? For you to move forward and become the person you are today.
All right, let me go and wrap it up. So, I used to make between 150 to 300 a day out the kitchen, just off hustling. And we got paid by books of stamps. Like single stamp is 25 cents, but if you got a book that's not tore up, a 37-cent stamps, that's $6. 39-cent stamps, that was $7. And a 41-cent stamp, that was an $8 book. That's how they go. And if you had a book that wasn't tore of the dollar stamps, that's a $10 book. You feel me? And that's how you get paid. And if you had 100 book of stamps, they'll Western Union you 500 to your account. Like the people that had, because you had people that had football tickets, just like Vegas. Like you could bet on the football games. You can win thousands of dollars in there on the football pool, just like in Vegas. And they had the poker tables, they had the skin tables, they had all types of card tables out there. People be losing thousands of dollars,
Hold on, y'all play skins? Y'all play skins?
Man, I see motherfuckers lose their whole goddamn life.
Bro, skin the worst game to play. That's the worst game to play because you can lose all type of shit off flipping them goddamn cards.
Man, I lost $1,000 in 2 minutes on skin.
I already know how it goes. I already know when you skinning, bro. When you skinning, you can lose some money, bro. You can win some money too, though. But you can win some money too.
Bro, that shit jumped out the box first twice. You feel me? And it was 10 of us there.
10? God, man, it was a lot of money on that table.
Yes, sir. I remember one time I had a through card. That's when you had a card to make it to the end.
Yeah.
Bro, and the skin tape stay with 10 or 11 people. Some people had to use the same card. you know. But man, I remember one time I made it all the way to the end. I made like $22,000 off one card, bro.
I believe it.
22 bands.
But
and
look,
I told them to.
all this was y'all was doing all this when y'all was in the penitentiary.
Yeah, like out there on the yard. They got poker tables out there in the yard. They don't bother you. You know, you got some stamps. You out there, books of stamps. Like, bro.
But I'm sorry, man. You know I love you, man. We got to move forward, bro. It's 11:45.
Yeah, I was about to wrap it up right now.
Oh, go ahead and wrap it. Go ahead and wrap it up.
When I came home from the feds and everything, you know, I had about 11,000 in my book.
Echelon, you there? You're breaking up. You was breaking up. Can you hear me? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. You on mute, brother. You on mute. I see you on mute. I'm unmute your mic. It says I can't unmute your mic. Your mic ain't connected, brother. So, you know.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Go ahead. So,
okay.
Last thing we said.
So I came home with about 11. Right? And so when I came home, my cousin had blew up. You know, he had the record label going and everything, right? So, you know, he had been doing music. So when I came home in 08, because, you know, I got paroled out. So I got paroled out in 08. And so my cousin, he had a record label.
How old were you around that time? 08?
26.
26, he got it. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. You know, that's when I had, we started doing the music shit and everything. You know, Nicki Minaj was with the label and everything. You know, we got a song with Nicki. And we had the song with Jadakiss. You can look up Chop House Music and everything. You know, Nicki used to mess with us, with Fendi and all us, before she went with Gucci, then Cash Money. But we had the song with Nicki, Point Out That bitch, she ain't shit. That's that song we had with her. But Nicki was working.
You was on that song?
No, that's on our label. I had my own songs on the label though, but that was Rise. That was my cousin Rise on there, and my cousin Sayah, he had the song.
Okay, go ahead.
She was working at my cousin's Hood Locker. He had a Hood Locker store, and she was down there working at the Hood Locker. And you know, she'd come to the Chop House studio. That's our studio. It's Chop House. We got it right there in Greensboro now. It's like right up the street. But you know, we had 2 Chainz. Well, his name was Titty Boy then. You know, Busta Rhymes. You can look it up. Chop House Music.
Titty Boy was that dude, man. I fought with.
He was a cool nigga. But you know, everybody that's listening, y'all go check out Chop House. Y'all can see everything I'm telling y'all, not cap. It's Chop House Entertainment. You can check it out. And all them other songs I was telling you about, they was on that MySpace. It's still there on Chop House. And then we had just did the video with Jadakiss, the 354 to 336. Because Jadakiss used to fuck with us heavy and everything. You know, he used to be down here all the time in the Trey Folk. You know, Jadakiss, he got the song "We D Boys from the D Block." Yeah, we rock. Say I kiss YO to North Click. You know, and the song was it's YO to North Click. That's the name of the song.
YO to North Click.
Yeah, it's 354 to 336. We D Boys from the D Block. Yeah, we rock. Say I kiss YO to North Click. Got y'all sick cause we stacking more chips with 354 to 336. That's the song. Got the video and everything with Jada. We all in the video. But you know, we start doing that. You know, I met my baby mom, my wife, you know, at the time. And you know, I came out, I was on federal parole. And you know, I still had another year and a half in the chamber, but you know, the motherfuckers was pressing me hard when I came home. And you know, I was out there living that rap star lifestyle, you know. And when I came home, cuz had the label, we had all these daggone girls and everything, money in the hand, you know. You can probably check out my profile from back then. You know, I had the what's that damn site? The damn site called the hip hop. It's some kind of hip hop site I was on. I had the MySpace. We had all types of stuff, but you can look all that shit up. Chop House, all that stuff. It's all on the Chop House page and everything. But then my cousin, he got jammed up, got a trafficking charge. Nicki went with Gucci Man and all that shit. She got the hell away. And the federal indictment came in. I got down, you know, I got my woman pregnant and everything. She was pregnant with my daughter and everything. You know, I got violated on some other shit, so I had to go back and do the rest of my time. So I went back and didn't get back out to 2010. You feel me? My cousin, he got a conspiracy to traffic fucking with a dude named Yacht. See the name of the
What, real quick, wait a minute. So you got clipped, you got out of it in 2008, then you got clipped again in 2008 and had to finish in 10?
I had to finish the rest of my time. I violated my parole. But see, on my parole, you know, they was real stinging on my parole and everything, bro. And I was just like, the hell with that shit, man. I just did all this time. I'm not about to be doing all this shit right here. And like I said, I was living a rock star lifestyle and everything. And I still was young, bro. And then, you know, Shawty was pregnant with my little daughter and shit. So, I was back to getting money, man. Money was coming fast, like we had the record label, but, my boy Onesimus Rosa knew I was home. You feel me? So, it was still money, I had missed a lot of time. I had to get back to where I was at. You know what I'm saying? And so I ended up getting clipped because, I couldn't show where my money came from. But my cousin, he had a partnership with a nigga named Yacht. Y'all can look it up, that bitch ass nigga Yacht. His girl got caught in Virginia with 10 bricks of coke, right? Then he got my cousin Sayar with a conspiracy to buy 10 bricks of coke. You feel what I'm saying? Nigga named Yacht. He from Virginia. Y'all look up Yacht Music Group. Y'all see that bitch ass nigga. But he got my cousin Sayar, James Little. Got him locked up and got they whole little squad got knocked off and everything. But I got pent up too on some other shit. Violated my parole. So I had to go back, finish my time. Wife had my daughter while I was gone. I got back out September 2010. So when I got back out in 2010, daughter was done. My daughter was born November 24th, 2008. You feel me? So, I'm back out. I left my wife with a little bit of change before I got locked up. You feel what I'm saying? So I got out, tried to do something better. So I tried to get back in the music thing with Rise and everything because, music was a good front. Like, motherfuckers don't realize you clean up real well with that music. You feel me? So, my cousin had taught me the game. You clean up real well with the music and everything, but shit started getting hot. But paper started getting in, and then, the dogs was out, so the food started coming with the dogs, you feel me? So, we had the dogs in the kennel. We was feeding the dogs to around 2015, you feel me? And then, from 2010 to 2015, they said, did what it did, you know what I'm saying? And then, my son was born in 2013, October. And then...
So real quick, if you don't mind me asking, how many kids do you have? And how, if you don't mind speaking about your kids, if you do, I understand, but you've been speaking on to some degree. So how many kids do you have? Break down real quick.
I got three kids. I got two with my wife and one by this other girl that he's 5. His name Cashton. She named him Cash because she thought she was gonna get a paycheck. You feel me? But my son named Cashton Smith. That's what she named him for. His name is Cash. But he's 5. My son Jalen, he's 8. He'll be 9 next month, October the 8th. My daughter, she's Kirsten. She'll be 14 November the 24th. And see, money started coming in lovely, and I was living that rock star lifestyle. Like, people can go back on my Facebook and see shit a long time ago on my old Facebook, and they can see, I was out here doing the damn thing, but then shit started closing in again. I was ignorant. You feel me? So I had to fall. I had to fall back, but shit was too good. You feel me? It was too good, too easy up here. So my wife, she got tired of it. I had a good woman. You feel what I'm saying? She ain't know nothing about the street life. You feel what I'm saying? Like, my woman comes from a good thing. You feel me? And like, she's a wholesome woman. Like, my woman don't like to go nowhere. She like to stay at the house, and like, she always want to be up under me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, my woman loyal as hell, and she don't like. She a germaphobe, so she had another nigga before me, you feel me? But, after that, like, I got one of them real loyal ass women, a woman that'll spend money on her own nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, my woman bought me a damn massage chair that was like $4,500, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I got one of these damn zero gravity massage chairs, like, my woman loved me. I bought her a BMW, but, I got this BMW out here I bought her for her birthday because her birthday on Valentine's Day.
Right.
But
And so real quick. So how long have you and your wife been married?
Hold on, I had to like that. Me and her got married when I came home after she held me down. Like after she held me down. Like we had been together. I'm about to tell you. I'm gonna get to it, bro. I'm trying to wrap it up real fast for you. But so the Homeland Security started coming in our city like around 2016. So I feel bad. But my wife, she had got tired of my lifestyle in 2015. She told me she done. She said, fuck that. She gonna be with another nigga that can respect her and all that. And she left. She went back to Georgia. See, my wife from Noonan, Georgia.
So she from Noonan? She from Noonan?
Yeah, she's from Noonan, Georgia.
Okay, that's right. So Noonan is a little not that far, but it around the Atlanta area.
It's Metro Atlanta.
Well, everything is Metro Atlanta and damn. But at the end of the day, I was gonna say I'm from Warner Robins, Georgia, and I lived in Atlanta, so not that far away. Understand the area you're talking about.
How old are you?
I was born in '88, man. I'm 34.
She born in '89.
Okay, so she right there with me then.
Her name's Shambria. You probably know. I mean, a lot of people know her. But her name's Shambria.
I was gonna say, Noonan and Warner Robins, we all live probably an hour and a half away from each other.
Oh damn!
So we ain't rocking like that. But I know the area that we speaking of. But hey, we gotta get to a couple boxing questions, bro.
I was about to finish it up for you real quick.
Go ahead and wrap it up.
Finish it up.
Okay, go ahead and wrap it up, bro.
So she said she went back to Georgia. I ain't no simp or nothing. She thought I was gonna cry about that shit. So I went out and started partying even more. Ended up busting this chick down. This chick, I gave her the plan B. She took the plan C, which was not take the plan B. Ended up having a baby. Thought she was just gonna get paid. And she realized that she ain't getting nothing but $1,500 a month child support. You feel me? But she tried to get me. She thought
$1,500 a month. Hold on, you said $1,500 a month?
Yeah, that's what I was.
$1,500 a month. That's a lot. Hey, $1,500 a month. Go ahead, my bad. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Nah, that's what I was giving her. That's what I was giving her to make sure my kid was straight. But now she got another nigga and all that shit. So I ain't do all that. I just make sure my kid got everything. And now I gotta sit with the court. I pay for his insurance, his clothes, and all that shit right there. So all I give her now is $300 a month.
Oh, that's perfect.
His insurance come out my shit, all that shit. So, and his insurance, all that.
That's
so
good.
Every time me and my wife get happy and shit, she bring that up. But I told her, you left me. You feel me? But we done got past that shit. But in 2018, right before COVID hit, the motherfuckers ran up on me and everything. I had a ball of food on me, you feel me? But they tried to get me for trafficking and everything. Cause only 3 grams get you trafficking, but we kept pushing it back. And when I finally went to court, that damn food had dried off a little bit. It's been 2 years, so they had to get me with some little light shit. But I'm on probation for like 2 more years, you feel me? So, but I wasn't even messing around. I had stopped, I started investing in other shit, trying to increase my portfolio and everything. And, we got this car lot where we be buying cars from auctions and stuff and selling it off. That's what we do now. And we invest thousands where we be buying these houses up and have these people fix them up. Royal homes and stuff. Like, we be doing that. So that's what I do to get my legal bread now. So, I had to leave that street life alone, bro. Like, it's not, I see too many of my boys going down now. Like, the game ain't the same, bro. Motherfuckers, you got people that ain't never put in no work. They out here, they out here just for kicks and giggles until they get hit with that time. Then they just, they ain't keeping it 100. And I be telling my niggas all the time, y'all need to get out this shit. So, I just brought this shit to YouTube and I just want people to know, like, it's a better way out here now. You feel me? Like, I done went through the hard shit, so a lot of people don't have to. You feel me? And I just started a new channel called the Upper Echelon Man. You feel what I'm saying? Like, You know how they got the red pill and the blue pill channel. You know, I got a channel for men, you know, so men know their worth. And, you know, don't be simps out here, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they got a lot of these people out here telling you how to treat a woman, but, you know, I was always an alpha nigga, you feel me? Like, you know,
what's the name of that channel? What's the name of that channel that you said?
The Upper Echelon Man.
The Upper Echelon Man. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, yeah.
So real quick, man, we definitely gotta move forward. We gotta. It's 12 o'clock. I know.
I'm ready for you, baby. I'm ready for you now.
All right, here we go, man. I got just a couple boxing questions. We call this Rockin with Rightside. When we go ringside with Rightside. That's what we call this final session. You feel me? Before we get into the session, we always like to let the people know what it is. And you know what it is over here, bro?
Bud Crawford is a fight fan, and he's a fight fan's fighter.
The Ennis Express is a runaway train.
Ain't no pressure when you built for this.
Man down. Round one. The true parts.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the undefeated super flyweight from San Antonio, Texas, Jesse Bam Rodriguez! The universally recognized undisputed lightweight champion of the world, Devin the Dream Haney!
Now Upper, man, I muted myself. Excuse me. Oh, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, man. You are right now. You are ringside with Rightside. What I need from you is I'm gonna be throwing these questions at you, and I need you to answer them. No, ain't no deck. I need you to answer them as quickly as possible, and we wanna go ahead and get ready to wrap the show. But we got to get these questions from you, man. So this weekend, first question. This weekend, what did you think about the Canelo fight? What did you think about the undercard of the Canelo fight, and how do you assess Canelo and Triple G moving forward?
I mean, the undercard was pretty nice, though. You know, that was the best part of the damn fight, because the Canelo fight, man, that shit right there, man, that shit was trash, bro. Like, I'm gonna tell you like this. Normally, I pay for fights, but you know, I donated a couple dollars to watch that bitch for free, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I wasn't about to pay no money for that shit. You feel me? I sent the nigga a donation to his Cash App, and I watched it on his stream. You feel me? But you know, I like your boy Bam Rodriguez though, man. You know, he's still getting adjusted to that weight right there. But yeah, he gonna be problem still. I like his style and everything. He come forward and you know that boy fearless. He just needs to stop getting hit as much. You know, you gotta stop getting hit as much.
You know,
he's still young. Though.
I gotta give credit to his opponent, man, Gonzalez.
Yeah, he was game.
And he was a hell of a fighter, I thought. And I'm a big sore rumble shot.
He faked a couple shots. He faked a couple shots now.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah, low blows
on the belt line, bro.
No, he faked some stuff, but I still got to give him credit because my boy, I'm a big Roman Basar fan.
I told you he was gonna knock out Roman Basar. Remember? I told you.
Yeah, man, we talked about that. And I told you, I was like, I'm pretty sure you're right, but I'm hoping you're wrong because I'm a big Roman Basar fan, but I can't lie, man. I watched Bam fight. One of the things I love about him, and then we're gonna get to the next question. Oh, well, we're going to finish this question up, then we'll move on. But one thing I love about Bam, he has one of the most beautiful rhythms in the sport of boxing. His rhythm is always on point. His footwork is fantastic. He can take shots, he gives shots, and I think the sky is the limit for him. But moving on, Canelo Alvarez, or first off, Mo Williams, want to hear your thoughts on that fight if you saw it, and then want to hear your thoughts on...
I didn't see that one. See that one.
That's cool. No worries. So, what are your thoughts? You did see Canelo versus Triple G, right?
Yeah, I seen that shit, man.
What were your thoughts on that fight? And what were your thoughts on Oscar De La Hoya coming out saying that was a boring fight?
I mean, he was right on point. Like, you know, like it was one fighter that was washed up, and it was one that was a has-been. You feel me? And like Canelo, he showed me who he is. He's a duck season because He was supposed to run that back with Bivol. Bivol even said he'd come to 168 to fight him. You fighting Triple G because you trying to get your confidence back up. Triple G, he lost to Sergey Deverenchenko, man. Like, Triple G ain't been that in a while, man. And I didn't want to see that fight. And the fact that Canelo couldn't even take Triple G out, that shows that, you know, he's a made-up fighter. He's all hype. Like, and he came out there. If you look at the first couple rounds, Canelo was throwing wild, hard shots and couldn't even land them, bro. Like, he just came out there looking real sloppy, man. Like, if you're not a stand right there fighter, Canelo ain't good for you. You know, I don't think Canelo beats none of the top guys now.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. So, and that was the next question. As far as Canelo goes, where do you see him going? How do you think he moves? Man,
I think he's gonna try to fight John Ryder. John Ryder just got that steel victory off of Danny Jacobs.
Yep.
You know, they stole that.
Hold on, you're breaking up, brother. You're breaking up. You're breaking up a little bit.
I said, you know, they stole that victory from Danny Jacobs.
Agreed. 100%.
So I think they're trying to set that up for Canelo, because Canelo, he can't go to Benavidez. I like the way that Triple G called out Charlo, though. I like that. He ain't got nothing to lose. He gonna get one more payday and get rocked out the way he's supposed to get rocked out. I like that.
Okay. And that was going to be the next question about Triple G, but we're going to move forward since you just answered that. I've heard rumblings behind the scenes. I'm not saying this is factual. I'm saying I've heard rumblings of this being possible. I'm not saying it's going to happen. They say that Triple G, he may sign with the PBC for a 3-fight deal to fight Lara. You know what I mean? I believe Lara is the WBA regular champion at 160 pounds, with Triple G being the regular champion. Also, he may fight Charlo, and he may fight Benavidez in a 3-fight deal over with the PBC. Triple G, that is. Would you want to see those fights?
No. Give that man a one and done. Give him one and done, because any of those fights that he takes, he's going to lose. Lara beats him, Charlo stops him, and Benavidez buries him.
Ooh.
You know, Lara beat Canelo. You feel me? And Lara's getting better in his age. You know, like fine wine. But
respectfully to Canelo. A lot of people, I thought Lara won that fight as well.
He beat Canelo.
I thought he won that fight. I didn't think he won. I didn't see it.
I gave him 7 rounds. I gave him 7-5.
7-5. There we go. I was gonna say 7-5. I was right there with you. And so, but at the end of the day, he didn't get the win, but he's still a contender at this moment. Want to see him in the ring. We got to move forward, though. Let me ask you, moving forward, next fights. Excuse me. Well, before we get to the next fights, I want to ask you this. What do you think about Canelo Alvarez coming out saying that he doesn't want to fight Mexican fighters? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, okay, if you ain't going to fight Mexican fighters, then fight the black fighters that we want to see you fight. But see, he's sitting there saying that, but like I'm saying, you don't want to fight Mexican fighters, but everybody else done it. And you saying you don't want to fight Mexican fighters, then who you going to fight? Because you're not fighting the top black fighters. So what do you want to fight? All Caucasians? Like, what are you trying to do? Like, tell him to speak on what he want to do now. Like, we tired of seeing these other fights, because I'm not paying for no more fights that I ain't want to see.
But
I'm not paying for no Sparmar fights.
I asked you that to ask you this. So originally he said that, and then he came out after David Benavidez came out.
I'll fight anybody.
You heard it like I heard it. So now, when you see, do you see Canelo Alvarez fighting David Benavidez?
Nope.
Do you see him fighting Charlo?
Nope.
Wow. So you don't think he ever? He's only 32 years old. He's still young. He still has a ton of.
Man,
he's in his prime. He's in his prime. He's in his prime.
His hand hurt.
So, do you see him fighting Demetrius Bivol?
You say what?
Do you see him fighting Bivol again?
I don't think he want no more of that Bivol smoke. Bivol made him feel like Mayweather made him feel. And you know, when he said Mayweather did it, he said that was the worst thing in the world. Yeah. And Bivol did it to him a little bit
a little bit worse because he was hitting them harder than Mayweather did. So
Yeah, it was an ugly fight. It was an ugly fight, definitely for Canelo.
and see, but Ball the shit out of Zerto Ramirez. See,
okay, go ahead. That was going to be the next question. Go ahead.
because see, Zerto, he's been fighting cab drivers. That's why he's 44-0 with all them knockouts. He ain't fought. You can't name one person Zerto beat. Can you name anybody Zerto beat?
Me?
Yeah.
I can name a couple fighters, but this is the thing. Anybody, even naming them means nothing because there's nobody to be named. The only reason I know them is because Zerto fought them. The problem is this, though. This is the problem. No. I keep looking at the time, and although I got something I got to do at 12:30, so we're gonna move forward real quick. I apologize, but man, I gotta have you back on the show. We gotta have a part 2 of this series. The information and the angle that you're coming from, I actually kind of rushed you through it. I apologize for it. I didn't think we would be going this long, but we definitely got to have a part 2 of this segment because I think we've had a hell of a show tonight, and definitely got to have you back on real quick. But so moving forward, I got a bunch of questions to ask you. Next coming up, Devin Haney versus Kambosos. Is there anything Kambosos can do to make that fight closer?
I think Kambosos is trying to get another check, man. It ain't nothing Kambosos can do unless he just got to go. He just got to go all out.
You got to go for broke.
He has to make Devin fight.
Okay.
He has to go for broke.
Now,
like Floyd saying, some people that's gonna make you fight. You have to make him fight. You got to go through that jab, and you got to get there to him and touch him.
Okay,
it's real uncomfortable for Devin.
And I agree 100%. If you had to give Kambosos a percentage on having an opportunity to beat Devin in the second fight, what would your percentage be? 2%?
Yeah.
Out of 100? Out of 100?
Yep.
Okay. All right, well, we're going to move forward then. We're going to move forward. Devin Haney, when they talked to him, we heard him say that he may not, or he has to talk to his father after the Kambosos fight to see if he can still make the weight and fight Lomachenko. I'm hearing people saying if he doesn't fight Lomachenko, then he's ducking Lomachenko. Do you think Devin Haney is ducking Lomachenko if he does not fight him due to weight issues?
Nah, because Devin Haney about 5'10", bro. Like, that boy getting older, bro. It's hard to make that weight. You see, Terrence Crawford had to come up from that weight. When you get older, when Terrence Crawford was down there, you see he was looking like a crackhead, bro. And he 5'8". And you remember he was looking sunken face and everything, bro. It's hard to make that weight. And Devin almost 5'10". And you see how big he is when he comes in there. He's big as hell.
Big as shit. He big as shit.
He about like 150 when he come in the ring. Yeah. It's hard to keep making that weight. Especially at 5'10". Now if he was about 5'8", he'd be good, but he damn near 5'10", bro.
So now, last question with Devin, and we're gonna transition from Devin to Tank, but a Devin and Tank fight. Do you think that fight ever happens? And if that fight does happen, who do you have winning the fight?
I don't think that fight gonna happen. I really don't. I don't think Floyd gonna risk his money right there. Like, if it do happen, it'll be in the 140. It'll be in the 140. It'll be down the line when it ain't nobody else left to fight, and he gotta fight it. But if it's in the 140s, it ain't gonna happen because there's too many killers in 140.
So who wins that fight, though? Devin and Tank. Who wins that fight? In your opinion, respectfully.
I can see both of them winning it. Like, I can see how Devin can win it, and I also see how Tank can win it. Because, see, Devin going to have to be perfect 12 whole rounds, and I see where Devin get caught in some fights, too. And Tank ain't the type of person that you want to just catch you. But I also go back to their sparring footages, and Devin's a whole lot different from when they sparred. And see, if Tank would have got him earlier, I would have said Tank, but Devin getting better each fight. Iron sharpens iron, and Devin's getting better and better. Right now, I have to give Devin the edge. And Tank my boy, but I had to give Devin the edge right now. He too big for Tank. You know, the bigger great fighter beats the smaller great fighter.
Agree. And it's amazing that you say that. I agree with what you said. I think me and you, we've had these conversations before. I think you know where I stand as far as Devin goes, but I want to see the fight. I just want to see it.
Yeah, I want to see it. Yeah.
And even if Tank knocks Devin out, right? I don't see that happening. But even if that happens, I still want to see the fight, bro. You feel me? So now I gotta add. I say that to say this, and
that's
going
somewhere. Between fighters. That's the difference between boxing fans and casuals. See,
but hold on.
I want to see my fighter fight the best.
But we going somewhere with that statement that I just made, right? We going somewhere with that. And so now my question is, do you think that the fans of the sport of boxing have gotten soft?
Of course.
Damn.
Of course.
Not
because they just give us shit to eat and we eat it with ranch on the side, bro. Like, come on now.
Keep clicking. I'm switching platform, so keep clicking, okay?
All right. Yeah, they give us these fights and make us take fights that we don't even ask for. Like, we should have got that Wild and AJ fight. They didn't give us that one. We've been calling for all types of fights. Canelo giving us these fights that we not asking for. We should have made Triple G make the fights. Like, we not making people and holding people accountable to the fights that they supposed to take. We should have made Teofimo fight Devin. We didn't. Like, we should make Stephen Fulton. He should be getting his fights. Shakur should be getting his fights. Like, the best should fight the best. That's the way boxing used to be. And we got people ducking and diving. Like, I want us to get to the point where we got people unifying the belts. Like, undisputed should be the goal.
All right. Now that you bring up undisputed, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people tell me that, yeah, Devin is the undisputed champion, but he ain't the man at 135. Is Tank the man at 135 over Devin?
He's the cash cow. He's the cash cow.
And when you say the cash cow, for the people, elaborate what you mean by the cash cow.
He's the Canelo Alvarez of the 135 division. If you fight Tank, you're going to get paid and you'll be bigger in your loss than you will fighting somebody else. When you lose the Tank, you get notoriety. Like Rolly Romero, Isaac Pitbull Cruz. He got like the Floyd Mayweather effect. Like Canelo Alvarez so big because he lost to Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Like, people's biggest accomplishment is who they lost to. And see, Devin ain't as flashy as Tank, and you're not going to get paid as much fighting Devin. That's how I see it.
So, I don't like to, I ain't, no disrespect. No, that's not true what you just said. The last thing you just said, you're not going to get paid as much fighting Devin. If you go look at it, Jojo Diaz, he got his biggest payday, which was around 1.7, something like that, damn near $2 million fighting Devin. Rolly Romero got $500K fighting Tank. The difference is that the way Floyd Mayweather, and respect to Floyd, because Floyd, business-wise, he doing his thing. The difference is now, and then even in Devin's last fight, his opponent got $10 million fighting Devin Haney.
Yeah,
hold on, wait a minute. Let me finish. And so then we look at Pitbull Cruz. Linares got $2 million to fight there. Pitbull Cruz got like $75,000 to fight Tank. You're not getting your biggest payday with Tank. You're not getting that. But what Tank is able to,
Tank, you get your biggest payday.
Not true. When you fight Devin, you get your biggest payday. And if we go out, if we just talk about it, then we will all say that Kambosos then got paid more than anybody who done fought Tank.
You hear me?
Anybody.
I said, but when you fight Tank, you get that notoriety. That's what it is. Everybody wants that damn chance to be the one that. I mean, like I said, I didn't know they get that paid that much to fight Dev, but
But then now real quick, I gotta say I'm using a loophole. A lot of those guys, the reason they was getting those fights is because Eddie Hearn and Matchroom and Devin.
The zone pays all that shit.
Exactly.
But
So,
Bob Arum ain't got to pay all that shit.
oh no, Bob ain't paid. Well, Bob just paid $10 million for Devin to fight. He just paid Kambosos 10.
That was because Kambosos, but people that fight Lomachenko never made over $1 million, and I know he not.
Lomachenko don't make that much. Lomachenko don't make that much.
That's why.
Hold on, real quick. Let me shout the family out real quick, man. Man, we got Brian Corbett in the building. Salute to you, Brian Corbett. You know what I'm saying? Much love, brother. Much love. That's it. Go ahead. I shouted out Carl, D-Ray. Yeah, go ahead, my brother. My apologies.
You're not about to get paid like that with Bob Arum on the hill. But the zone, they give everybody money. Look what they gave Demetrius Andre and his people.
Yeah.
And that's why the zone going through what they're going through now. Because they was just wasting money on bull jive fights, you know?
No, but they had their money behind the right one. They had it behind Devin Haney. And Devin, he brought the for the zone at least, compared to Demetrius Andre, you feel me? And I feel bad for both of them. I feel bad for both fighters because I think both of them have a chance to be really good. Well, I think Devin has a much higher ceiling than Andrade does, but only because he's 10 years younger. You know what I mean? And so,
yeah, Andrade, he done let his career go to waste when he didn't want to take that Jennebeck fight.
But all right, so we got to get back. We jumping back on topic. So, man, Tank Davis, right? Tank Davis, what I'm hearing right now, there's a good chance that the Tank Davis-Ryan Garcia fight can be made. It's not set in stone, but there's a good chance it can be made. What do you think about that? What do you think about that fight for Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia? How do you see it playing out? And salute to the OG Coach. Coach, you know I got a lot of love for you. You know what it is, Coach. Much love. Man, if y'all not sub to Coach, real quick. If y'all not sub to Coach, man, go over and sub to Coach and the Queen on Friday nights. We have a good time, and man, salute to you, Coach. But go ahead, Upper.
I was wondering, don't the Ali Act make it where Ryan Garcia don't need Oscar De La Hoya to make that fight? Like,
and so this is the thing. From what I'm hearing right now, like you just said, the Ali Act, because I'm hearing that Ryan Garcia's lawyer is more in negotiation than Oscar De La Hoya is. And so, like you said, the Ali Act, that'll be a much bigger fight, and especially with Ryan not having a belt and it not being for a belt, you know what I'm saying? Well, maybe at 35 it's for the regular belt, but
yeah.
At the end of the day, regardless, if Oscar De La Hoya isn't willing to put that fight on or isn't willing to make that fight, it gives his attorneys the opportunity to go make that fight. And what I'm hearing right now, his attorneys are at work with the PBC trying to make that fight happen.
Yeah, that's what Ryan already said. He was like, he pulled up on Leonard Ellaby and he said, I don't care. I'll do whatever I got to do to make this fight. I don't care what Oscar say. Remember he said that? Because he didn't know Oscar was selling trying to sell the zone as well. Trying to sell Golden Boy. So, Oscar was trying to sell Golden Boy. And, Ryan said he going to make that Tank fight with or without Oscar. He said that to Leonard Ellaby at the Tank fight. And, Ellaby said, well, do what you got to do. You know what you got to do. And, Ryan agreed to all terms. And that's what I was thinking with the Ali Act. Oscar can say what the hell he wants to, but they can get around Oscar because with the Ali Act, a promoter cannot stop a fighter from doing a fight that's going to make the money, right? Bro must be knocked off or something. But I'm not really all the way familiar with the Ali Act.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. But the Ali Act state that a promoter cannot stop a fighter from making this big payday?
To some degree, it says that a manager first off, your manager can't be your promoter. And then the second thing it says is that your manager has to be able to go and have the opportunity to make bigger fights if your promoter can't make the biggest fight for you.
And Oscar can't make no fight bigger than that Tank fight.
Right. Right. That's what it comes down to.
So Oscar might get cut out of this just because he want to be greedy.
Well, we got to see, and that's why I think
because he did that bull crap with the Jaime Munguia fight. So I would love for that to happen.
But I think Oscar understands that, and I think he has to come to. So we saw what happened with Canelo, right? He lost Canelo because him not really trying to make certain fights happen.
No, he wants the zone to be in on it. And Showtime is not about to damn do no.
No. Wait. Hold on. I understand why. I'm talking about one thing first, though. So he lost Canelo for a different reason, but he lost Canelo.
He was stealing Canelo money. Canelo said Oscar wasn't paying him all the money, and he was cheating him.
But so at the end of the day, when he lost Canelo, he can't put himself in the same situation with Ryan Garcia. He can't afford to lose Ryan right now. You feel me?
Well, he still got Virgil Ortiz. He got
Zerto. And Jaime Munguia.
And Ryan Garcia. That's the four he got. That's the big name.
And Ryan Garcia is selling more than all them. Ryan Garcia, he got endorsements. You tell me another boxer that got endorsements like Ryan Garcia.
You know what's crazy? Ryan just started getting $1 million paydays his second 2 fights ago.
Yeah.
He was shitting the hell out of Ryan. And he just lost Speedy Rashidi Ellis because of the Alexis Rocha. And yeah, he got Alexis Rocha as well.
Okay, so
when Rashidi beat Rocha, they put Rashidi on the shelf.
But we got
Rocha was supposed to be the next big thing until he got beat by Rashidi.
All facts. But we got to move forward. You know, we cutting it close right now. So listen, let me ask the 140-pound division. Who you think is the best in that division? And if you had to pick one person who could become undisputed after Josh Taylor done dropped these belts, who do you think becomes undisputed at 140?
I'm gonna still go with my boy who should have been undisputed in the first place. Regis Rougarou Prograis, man. I think Rougarou beats Antoine Russell. He beats Zepeda. I think Rougarou beats them all. Regis Prograis is a dog, bro.
I'm not. Oh, hold on. My bad, bro. I was getting some ice. So I'm not disagreeing with nothing you just said because I rock with Regis. I think him and Antoine Russell, I think that's a hell of a fight. I want to see that fight. I think Devin Haney, when he comes up, he going to get him problems as well.
And he got to get that power up with Blu-ray, though, because it's some killers in 140, bro. I looked at the 140 list, bro. There's some killers in there.
So now my next question is, and I'm glad you said that, when we look at Teofimo Lopez, we just think it, huh?
His career's over at 140. He's not going to do
that. Wait a minute. I didn't even ask the question. Wait a minute. Let me ask the question before you tell me he done. Let me ask the question. Okay, so when we look at Teofimo Lopez, we saw his last performance. He got a knockout victory, you know what I'm saying, against somebody that most people had never heard of. I'm not going to say he's done, but who do you see him beating? Do you think that he can contend in the division?
No, because he can't even compete with the top team. I don't think he could beat. I don't think he could beat Ivan Baranchyk, bro. And he's
Baranchyk.
Like, because you see how many times Tio had to hit that dude to get him down.
For Tio,
35, Tio would have put him down, but see, them guys his power ain't the same at 140. And see, them boys up there, you got Arnold Barbosa Jr., you got Zepeda, you got Ramirez, you got Catterall, Taylor, Regis Prograis, Gary Antoine Russell. Them boys can fight, bro. And that's the top 10. Baranchyk not even in the top 10. And I don't think he could beat Ivan Baranchyk. Ivan Baranchyk gonna put them paws on him and he gonna walk him down. I don't see him beating Baranchyk, and he's outside the top 10.
All right. We and I don't want to focus too much on Tio and Ryan, you know, but man, Upper, I gotta tell you, we gotta get you back on the show. We gotta get you back on the show.
Bro, that's cool.
Cause we gotta have more time with you. I love everything you're talking about. Just to be honest with you, love it. And so next question coming for you, bro. when we looking at we got a fight coming up this weekend, Shakur versus Conceição. Yeah, you say it better than I say it.
Conceição.
And I think Conceição, he can fight. I like him a lot. I thought he beat Valdez, in my opinion. Yeah, we agree. But at the same time, we got that fight. Is there anything you see that Conceição will be able to do to win the fight against Shakur?
Nah, because like Shakur said, he always gas out in the second half of the fight. And he done did it in the last 3 fights. That's why Oscar got the nod. Conceição, he's good the first 6 rounds, but he always gas out. And, he might be a former gold medalist, but he in there with Shakur Stevenson, pound for pound #1 fighter in the world right now.
Did you say Shakur Stevenson is the pound for pound #1 fighter in the world?
In my eyes, I don't see nobody. I'm just saying for his size, I think Shakur got the best skills out there right now.
Oh, no. Wait a minute. Wait real quick before you defend yourself. I'm not disagreeing. I'm not agreeing. I just want to make sure this is what you said and we can talk about it. You feel me? I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with what you said. I just want to make sure those are the words you put out there. Shakur Stevenson is the pound for pound #1 fighter in the world.
I said for his size. Like right now, I think Earl is #1 pound for pound. Earl's #1. I got Bud #2. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, Earl.
Shakur has the biggest upside out of everybody right now.
But you got Earl over Bud. You got Earl over Bud.
Yeah, I got Earl over Bud, bro.
Okay. I ain't mad at it.
I got Earl over Bud just because, iron sharpens iron. You feel what I'm saying? Like, who Earl beat and the way Earl beat them. You feel what I'm saying?
It's different.
And at the time, Earl beat them. You feel me? I got Earl stopping Bud. You feel me? But, that's a different conversation. Yeah, but I still got Bud up there. But Shakur, in the next 5 years, that man got the biggest upside. Him and Devin gonna be the mega fight. It's gonna be the Bud versus Spence. You feel me?
Real quick, man. Shout out to the Queen, man. Miss Coach, I'm gonna tell you, Miss Coach. Now, what time is it?
12:30.
It's 12:30. You done came on my show at 12:30, and if I don't come on there before 12, I'm in trouble. No, I'm just playing, Queen. Appreciate you coming through tonight. Much love to you, Queen. Much love. So, all right, we gotta damn, man. I got so many other questions I want to ask, but all right, listen.
Bro, I told you I'd come back, bro.
I know I gotta have you back. I gotta have you back on the show, and but we gonna get to and let me know whenever you need to go. Let me know. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm giving it. I got 30 minutes for it. You let me know when you need to go, bro. I want
business, bro.
So we got Deontay Wilder coming up, and then we also have Usyk saying that he's gonna show up at Deontay Wilder fight. Man, what do you think Deontay Wilder knocks out Helenius like I do? And also, what do you think of Usyk and Wilder if that fight happens? And then go ahead on that. Go ahead.
That's why I say, man, the universe is a crazy thing. It's funny how everything comes 360. You feel me? Robert Helenius, that man stopped Kalinowski twice. So he ain't no pushover. That's going to be a hell of a fight between him and Wilder. But I think Wilder stops him. And then Wilder and Usyk, that's going to be a hell of a fight. And see, that's the fight Wilder needs. Wilder beats Usyk, get them belts from Usyk, and he stops Tyson Fury and Wilder Fury 4. Because Usyk going to give Wilder the looks that he need to go up against Tyson Fury because he's going to see fast hands, he's going to see a skilled boxer. Like I told you, iron sharpens iron. And that's going to build up Deontay Wilder. I think Wilder's beat Tyson Fury the next go round.
So now that you say that, and I'm gonna save my opinion. I'm gonna save my opinion because I want you to get yours off before we end up, right? So, what do you think? Do you think that Fury and Usyk should happen? Because we see that Fury is talking or is in talks with AJ. AJ has accepted that fight, and Usyk is talking about he gonna go over and he want to see. Or he'll be at the Deontay Wilder Helenius fight, right? Hold on, brother, real quick. I want to get the question off. So I think that Tyson Fury versus Usyk should happen before any of those fights happen, but it doesn't seem it's going to happen that way. Are you okay that they're not pushing for undisputed, or do you like the fights the way that they're setting up?
I like the way it's set up because Usyk said he got hurt in the last fight, so he needs some time to heal. Tyson Fury needs money. Usyk said he'd be ready by around March. Tyson Fury talking about doing this fight in December. You feel what I'm saying? And so Usyk feel like, if you want to take another fight, I'm going to take another fight. And I like it because it gives Deontay Wilder a chance to get them belts back. And then, Tyson Fury in it for the bag. He knew him and Usyk wasn't a big money fight, though. That's why he ain't really want it. Him and Joshua was a big money fight. Tyson Fury wants money. He don't give a fuck about legacy.
So now I gotta ask the real question, since you just brought those points up. It seems like AJ and Tyson Fury, they're gonna fight for the money, right?
Yep.
If it happens, then with Usyk saying he's gonna be at the Deontay Wilder fight, if Usyk and Deontay Wilder happen, who do you have in that fight and why?
I had already answered that, bro.
Break it down again for me one more time.
I feel like Usyk's a great fight for Deontay Wilder because it gives him a look on a skilled boxer. And like I said, iron sharpens iron. Wilder gets better the better fighters he fights. Them three fights with Fury, we seen Wilder evolve each time. Even after he was being cheated. Now, Usyk brings different dimensions into the game. And once Wilder gets to look at them and he stops Usyk, he's going to be ready for Fury and he's going to beat Fury in the fourth fight. All he got to do is make sure he show up in shape and not overweight like the last time so he don't gas out. Because see, Usyk going to be a hell of a boxing match, but Usyk got one problem. That right hand of God. You feel me?
Deontay Wilder got one of the greatest right hands in the sport of boxing all time. All time.
Right hand of God, bro.
So now, and I got you. I apologize. I'm rushing you. I'm trying to get through. I got so many questions I want to ask you. Let me. All right, here we go. So now, we see that Bud and Spence. We hear Coppinger coming out, even though L-Dub told us this was going to happen a long time before Coppinger ever said anything about it. But we see that it seems like this fight is going to happen. I know you're an EJ fan. Break down why you think EJ beats Bud in this fight.
Okay. First off, Bud don't start off that fast. And Bud doesn't average that many punches in a fight. So now he's putting on more weight. So the more weight you got, that's the more energy that's going to take from you. You notice when boxers put on more weight, they get tired easier. That's one. Two, Earl is superb in his body work. So when he comes out, he's going to work that body. That's a given. So that's going to drain. Okay, then Earl and Derrick James, they're going to look to take Bud out into deep waters and drown him. So Bud's going to have to fight as Earl is fighting. So that means Bud's going to have to increase his output. So that's going to fatigue Bud out. Bud's going to run out of gas and he's going to get broken down into the body, and I think Earl stops him. Because he can't. All right, Kell Brooks swole him up with the jab in 2 rounds. Earl has the most prolific jab in boxing. And he fights behind it. And people say that Earl is straight up and down. No, Earl, he has very sneaky defense. He just used slight movements to not get hit. And he always has perfect placement on his shots. And he's a master in distance. I just think he's just too much for Bud. And fatigue gonna set in and he's gonna stop. That's just how I see it. You've been waiting for this. This one of them slow cooked ass whippers.
So would you feeling that? And I want to play devil's advocate, and I want you to play devil's advocate. How does Bud win this fight? A lot of people are telling me this is a 50-50 fight. In your opinion, how does Bud win the fight?
Bud gonna have to hit Earl fast and early with something hard that he don't see. He gonna have to get Earl in between shots. He gonna have to throw shots while Earl throwing in the beginning. Because the longer the fight goes, the less power Bud's gonna have. Because as the fight goes, you start getting fatigued, your power goes out. He's gonna have to break out. It's gonna have to be a fight start, and he's just gonna have to win the battle. He's gonna have to pick his shots. He's gonna have to be decisive since he's a counterpuncher, and he's gonna have to catch Earl clean and often and try to swarm him when he's coming in. I mean, it's a tall task, but you can do it. It's gonna have to punch in between punches, but Bud got some clean shots in between, and Earl does get hit sometimes in between punches. He time him right. But one thing about counterpunching Earl, he throws so many shots. It's hard to counterpunch. But Bud's gonna have to take one to give it. You just gotta make sure he gives him the right one.
Okay. I'm not mad at that, man. So my last question for you for tonight, man. I'm about to shut the interview down for tonight, but I gotta have you back on the show. I feel like you got more to offer, and I feel like I kind of rushed you through certain parts of the interview. I apologize for it. Wanted to get through it, but I want to have you back on because I think there's so much more you want to talk about, and I want to hear it. Goddamn it, I ain't gonna lie to you. So, my last question: did you have fun?
Oh yeah, bro. It was straight, bro. It felt pretty good up here, bro. But everybody can go check out Chop House Music so y'all see a nigga ain't till y'all know it in cap. You know what I'm saying? Everything I told y'all was right and exact and facts, bro. I don't lie about none of that shit. Y'all go check that out too, though. Cause my people, they still doing their thing over there in the music industry. You feel me?
Well, hey, Upper man, I want you to, and before we end this, man, I want you to let everybody know where they can find you. But also talk about, man, the series that you did, especially the EJ series. I love that series. I done watched it multiple times, to be quite honest with you. But
the Star Power or the Why They Hate Spence series?
The Why They Hate Spence series. I watched the Why They Hate Spence series multiple times. And so, man, break down where they can find you at, what you got going on. Man, just give them everything that they need to know about you, brother.
Well, yeah, y'all can find me on YouTube right here at Upper Echelon. I got another page called the Upper Echelon Man. And I got the Spence series. Matter of fact, I got the Shaolin pieces of Derrick James. That's when he got the 47 palms of Earl Spence. It's got the perfect positioning pistol punches of Jamil Charlo and the 100 stinging bees pulling counter Cobra Strike of Frank Martin. I got that series right there.
That damn stinging bee shit got me, bro. I was like, oh shit. Like you got me. Go ahead.
Oh, did you check it out?
Yeah, hell yeah, I checked it out.
You see how he hit him with the stinging bees, then he hits him with the pull counter.
Bro, the shit you was bringing out in there is, and I always say, I think I'm a decent boxing mind, but you brought some things out in it that, man, we got to talk about it in the next interview. I don't even want to say too much because we got to talk about it. That's why I say I got to have you back on, bro. I got to have you back on.
Yeah, but it's anytime. You family, bro. Anytime you want me to, bro. But y'all can check out the Why They Hate Spence series. It's a 1 through 10, but it's a whole series right there. I got the Star Power Earl Spence series. It's the Star Power. It's the truth. They'll take a lie, even though the truth's in their face. And, I got the Derrick James series. And then, I got a lot of content on Earl and Bud. I just got a lot of boxing content right there. I started like 3.5 months ago, but, I've been pushing this stuff out for y'all. I done took a little break because they shadow banned me, but I'm about to start back up probably tomorrow.
Man, I just got to say,
I got shadow banned for my pound for pound list, because I said something about them whitewashing the pound for pound and everything.
Real quick, what if you don't mind, do you know your pound for pound off the top?
Oh yeah, I got Earl Spence, I got Bud Crawford, Jamil Charlo, I had Shakur Stevenson, Tank Davis, Devin Haney. Only reason I had Tank before Devin because Tank did it in 3 divisions. I mean, he went to 3 different divisions. Then I had Boots Ennis. I had Stephen Fulton at number 8. I had who was number 9? Number 9, I gotta think about number 9, but I had number 10. It was between Inoue. I left it open between Inoue, Bam Rodriguez, and Beterbiev.
Canelo. You had Canelo number 9. You had Canelo number 9. Canelo was number 9.
No, I had Bivol number 9. I didn't have Canelo on my
Ooh-wee.
list. Canelo's not on my list. Bivol beat Canelo, so why is Canelo ahead of him on there? I have Bivol over there. Canelo's a clenbuterol addict, and he I done seen him get washed in 2 fights. You can't get beat every round in 2 fights and be on a pound for pound. I'm sorry. Plus, he lost the Erisler Orlando fight. He lost one of the Triple G fights. He got washed by Floyd and Bivol 12 rounds. Plus, he got tested for clenbuterol and he ducking. He's not on my list. I'm sorry. Bivol was number 9. And number 10, I had Inoue, Bam Rodriguez, and Better Biv. They're interchangeable between them 3 right there to be number 10. Because
Upper, what we're gonna have to do, and I'm gonna have to get with some of my trusted sources, individuals like you, pool counter. You feel me? We need to put a small committee together and come up with a pound for pound list that we all agree on, and we discuss it. Maybe on air, maybe behind the scenes, wherever we do it. But that'll be a great thing that we should try to tackle and do something like that.
Check out my pound for pound movie when you get a chance.
Okay, we'll do.
Everybody
can
check out my pound for pound movie if y'all don't mind. You know, I got a hell of a I got a hell of an interest on it and everything. I took my time on that thing. It's movie star quality.
All facts, man. Y'all make sure y'all checking this brother out. Man, I gotta say, Upper, thank you so much. So my nigga. Man, the first time I reached out to you, bro, you said, God damn it, hey, I'm gonna show up over there and let me know what you need. And the same thing with me, bro. Anything you need, bro, hit me, and we gonna rock.
Page, bro. You was right there when I started my page. You feel me?
And you know we gonna rock strong, man. And man, thank you for
blood together. You feel me? We started on Blue Blood together.
Facts, and man, thank you for coming on and sharing your story, man. We gotta have you back on because it's so much more that we kind of rush through, in my opinion, that, man, I want you to elaborate on. I want you to bring that to the table because, man, your point of view is different from a lot of individuals, but we need that point of view for all of us to grow in equal manner. You know what I mean? And so, man, I just thank you for everything you brought tonight. And, man, we got to have you back on, and damn it, we'll do it again, bro.
Yeah, whenever you're ready, bro, you just hit me up. You got the number.
Yes, sir. Man, shout out to the chat. Everybody in the chat tonight, man. Much love to y'all. Let me go through a couple individuals. I always gotta figure out how to do this shit. I'll be done mess something up. And I'm about to mess something up. We ain't gonna worry about it. Oh, here we go, right here. Bam. Man, shout out to my brother A1. Who's on A1? You tomorrow, bro. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. We got my brother Brian Corbett in the building. We got Mike Biggs Boxing. Mike, I got you lined up. I'm gonna hit you back on the email and give you the date, bro. But I do have you on the schedule now, and it's the date you asked for. So whatever date you asked for in the email, I believe it was 10/11. That's gonna be the date you lined up for. Mrs. Coach in the building, man. Salute to you, Mrs. Coach. Thank you for coming through. Carl, the Crocodile Hansen, my brother's in the building, man. Much love, Carl. Let's see. Glove Up Boxing in the building. Man, Coach, always appreciate you coming through, OG. Always appreciate it. R. West was in the building tonight. My brother R. West, that's my dude, man. I rock with him the long ways. My big brother, man, D-Ray Promotions in the building, gave me the idea for what I'm doing right now, man. Salute to you, D-Ray. Much love to you, brother. Much love. The Hebrew in the building, man. Salute to you, bro. Much love to you. Appreciate you coming through tonight and keeping it a buck and understanding what the hell was going on. You feel me? Con Shiner came through tonight, man. AJ 64 in the building, man. We had Champion Hart in the building.
Go ahead.
That link in there right there. That's my pound for pound video. Y'all get a chance, check it out.
Definitely, man. We had Champion Hart in the building. We had Batman Forever, aka 817. He'll be up here not too long from now, man. And that's who I see right now. Kwee was in the building. If I missed y'all, I apologize. But man, thank you everybody for coming through tonight, man. My brother, we had a great interview, and let me make sure bam, there it is right there. Y'all make sure y'all go hit that link right there. Y'all go check out his pound for pound list. And next time Upper come through, man, because we got to have him back on the show. Next time he come through, man, we definitely we'll talk about it. We'll agree and disagree, and hopefully by then, me and you, we can work together with some of the other brothers in the community and come up with our own pound for pound list that's rated by the average, or not even average, the diehard boxing fans. We that's what we really need to work on versus having ESPN or individuals coming up with theirs. Let's put a committee together of true boxing fans, and let's come up with a real pound for pound list that we can all agree on. But man, thank you so much, Carl. I gotta have you on the panel as well. Upper Echelon, man, thank you so much, Sosa, man. You don't know what it means to me, and bro, you gave more than the. Hey, we had a time frame locked in, and we doubled it, man. So thank you so much, Sosa, man. Like, it meant a lot to me, and I just thank you for coming on, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, no problem, bro. You know, I appreciate you having me, bro. And I appreciate everybody that sat there and watched and listened to my little story, man, you know.
Hey, and we appreciate the story, and damn it, we got to have you back, because I feel like there's more to the story than you was able to get off, and I want to give you that.
Bro, that's a whole lot more, bro. You know, some of it ain't made for TV, you feel me?
and even if it ain't, bro, you know, hey.
Yeah, you know. Like I said, most of the public knowledge, they can't charge you for it again. You feel me?
As long as you safe and you good, you got a platform over here, and damn it, we'll talk about it. You feel me? So, man, salute to everybody, man. Much love to y'all, and we gonna kill it for tonight. Look for us tomorrow. We got A1 Hoop on the show, man. Much love to Upper Echelon. Sosa came through. He did his thing, and he made it happen, man. Salute to you, Sosa. Much love, and damn it, we gotta have you back on. Anytime a panel drop, you always welcome. And man, y'all know what it is. Y'all,
all right, bro. I'm out of here.
Over here, man. Y'all rocking with the right side, and when you rocking with the right side, you can never be wrong, man. And so that's what we got going. Love y'all, man. Peace to the family, and thank y'all for tuning in.